streaming, start recording. We should be going up. Why is this camera like this?
There we go.
Yeah, whenever he's got to get his camera ready. Well, we're live. We're live out there.
Reveal yourself. Ah.
And I forgot to record my Twisted Metal gameplay, so we're watching Sonic again. Camera, what's up? Cameraman, 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 cameraman. The Alchemist is here.
What's up, guys?
Abo is here, the man that we just talked about before we went live.
What's up?
We heard you were arrested, Abo. What happened?
What happened to you?
Illegally tried to get Twisted Metal on PS3. Got caught.
Nobody steals
They're
from the
watching
Japanese.
They're watching.
You would steal from us, Abo.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say we're gonna talk about some of those PlayStation shenanigans that have been going on.
Yeah, you know what, man? How long are we in here? We're a minute in. I think we got to wait another 30 seconds.
Yeah. Let's wait. Let's wait a little bit. But yeah, this is
I
it's
have
very
not
interesting.
nice things to say to Sony.
I mean, we get some good stuff. We get some good stuff, but then there's always something else that's.
I want a sweet tooth PS5 Slim.
Give me those white polka dotted plates, please. Yeah. I would have that in a minute.
Got Rich in the chat, Stevie Mac, Dreadpool. What's
up,
going
guys?
on, everybody? Check out Dreadpool's channel. He just uploaded like 100 videos on Megatron. Very cool videos. I almost got in trouble because I commented on... He posted a video of like a cosplayer, and she was all pink. And my wife's not paying attention that I'm on his channel. And I said, that's a nice pink lady. And my wife was like, who are you messaging? I was like,
oh, no.
I was like, it's a comment on Dreadpool's video. She thought I went to some random lady's like YouTube channel and said that's a nice pink lady.
Hello, lady.
I still have more. Yeah, he got... YouTube told him to put the brakes on uploading. I didn't know that they did that. Yeah, he uploaded like 50 videos and they were like, you're cut off for 24 hours.
Wow.
I never knew they did that. He found out.
I never heard of that.
So check out his channel. It's Dreadpool. And check out the cosplay videos he's got. It's very cool. Look, we can't go to these conventions, so he's bringing it home to us.
Yeah, it's cool to see that stuff.
Yes, they did. Yeah, there you go. What did they do now? We're going to talk about that. Stevie Mac, what's up? Richard, what's up?
They did some good stuff, but
they did some good stuff, but in a very stupid way.
Stuff. Yeah, they want your money, in every which way. So.
Oh, why is the camera sideways? Shout out to the cameras that suck. All right, let's get to it. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 501. I'm your host, Perry.
Co-host Anthony.
And Frank.
And tonight, Sony did a dumb thing again. Not only did they get their ass whooped, they did some stupid things too.
Yeah.
They did a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
Like only signing Call of Duty? So I don't know if you heard, Anthony. Liquor Sandwich, what's up, man? 501 clapping those hands. Someone from YouTube probably got in trouble for looking up the... I don't know, man.
Oh, probably.
Well, listen. You know, Jim Ryan signed that contract for Call of Duty. And guess what? It was only for Call of Duty.
Yep.
That means they ain't getting Spyro. They ain't getting Crash. They ain't getting any Activision games. That's not already on the console.
But that's rightfully so after all the stuff that came out.
It's the irony and the hilarity because he wanted every other game from them in order for him to like approve the deal. originally, and they said no, and that's when he ran and started crying and flying. And Jesus, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
They took
Mr.
everything off the
Trend
table.
Trench White Umbrella. What's up?
What's
You
up?
know him?
Yeah, because
What's up?
Okay, good.
So we we're in a different spot than where we were at episode 500, where we thought it was over, and now it's basically, done, because it was on the 14th, right, at midnight, that this thing had to be a done deal.
So here's the thing.
The 18th.
It got
yesterday.
it got extended
Oh,
to October
18th,
18th. October 18th, the extension date. Now they could close any time between then. It's just so that the CMA, who should have done their homework originally, which they didn't, because they were playing both sides as corruption, they have decided to actually look at everything and make sure their concerns are addressed. I wouldn't be shocked if this was wrapped up by August. Or in a couple of weeks. Because, what is there that they really have to go through?
Yeah.
The Justice for the CMA even said the words like they will acquire Activision. Like it's happening no matter what. Like this is happening.
They could close without them. They already got the approval and all that. I heard the FTC's trying to pull some shit. It's like Jason Voorhees. You can't kill the guy. That's the FTC. They just won't stop.
Yeah.
Well, everyone is trying to get
Kill
the
Jason,
FTC
he's right behind
to
you.
stop the case. So
Jesus is here. I think I mentioned that. What's going on? So, alright, what's up with this Twisted Metal shit? Sony fucked up?
Yeah, I mean, we got Twisted Metal finally on the PlayStation store, I guess, for PlayStation 5, or service, if you want to call it that. But there's a catch, because there always is. And I mentioned this the show before. I said I really hope it's not behind a PlayStation subscription, because there's a couple games that are behind a subscription like that are on the PS1 catalog. Tekken 2, Resident Evil Director's Cut, both of which don't have any trophy support. So these come out, and obviously there's trophy support, so there was talks of whether or not this is going to be...
First platinum was TM2.
Yeah. That's awesome. I watched that. I was pretty much doing the same thing you were doing at the same time.
Yeah, you could use cheat codes and platinum it.
Yeah, because I that's what I was trying to tell you, I was trying to give you a heads up, because I was like, all right, I tried this, and this worked, this didn't. Like, it was like a trial period of seeing what worked. But, they finally went on the store. But of course, the first game seems to be free, because I didn't pay anything for it. And I don't know, I think I do have it on the PS3, but I'd have to go back and check. But Twisted Metal 2 I did have on the PS3. Now, when I went to the page, the first thing it said under Twisted Metal 2 was upgrade, which I don't have the service. I don't pay for it. I don't really go online on the PlayStation enough to pay for, their different plus services. So it's a service only thing. Now, I went into the chat that we're all in, and I said, fuck Sony. Like, this is fucking stupid. Like, I was pissed. I was like, this is dumb. I just want to play Twisted Metal. But I realized I could play the first one and not the second one. And I clicked the little dots on the end of the thing, and then it just said download. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And it let me download it. I previously got it on the PS3, and it worked. When I did it for Siphon Filter, though, 1 and 2 worked, and then 3 did not work. I had to pay another $10. So, like, if this stuff is supposed to carry over, Toy Story 2 carried over for me, but, like, why is it so inconsistent? Like, someone like Abbo got screwed, And that's, like, screwed up.
You almost went to jail for that.
Yeah. So it's like, they're watching. You can't save money on their games, But yeah, it's very weird that they're putting 2 behind the service. Now, again, do they run great? Do they look great? Absolutely. I mean, playing Twisted Metal, it brings it right back to my childhood. So to me, it's great to see these games on there, but you got to deal with the subscription stuff. But if anybody previously bought it on PS3, try to do what I mentioned, but I guess it doesn't work because it gives some people
I own it on
error.
PS3. I got it for $5.99 years ago, and it's telling me I have to buy it again. But
Yeah,
Jumping Flash came up. I didn't have to buy that again.
Yeah, so it's so
It's like
inconsistent.
they pick and choose
weird.
what they want you to spend money on again.
Yeah, it's like it's the same Sony account, it's the same PlayStation account. Why does it block you from getting it? I just think that's really it's cool they're finally on the damn system, so we can just play them. But man, like it's a very bold move to do that when even like the 2 games before this that are on that service that are kind of locked behind it don't even have trophies. I mean, these at least have trophies, but even so, it's like just give people the option to buy it. You don't see Game Pass saying, "Oh, you can't buy you can't buy this game, this 360 game on
Well,
Game
I
Pass.
bought all
You
the
have to
Call of
sign
Duties
up,"
when they were $5.99. They all popped up this week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've been up on the service, but I mean, literally, I was like, "Oh, let me download them," and it's like, "Yep, I own them." I don't own the first Modern Warfare on there digital, but
Yeah, they
all
were
the other
like,
ones
"Oh,
I
you gotta."
I bought
yeah.
Black Ops for $5.99 on the 360 when it was on like clearance or what. They had like a big sale,
Yeah.
and it popped right up. I didn't have to pay another $20 for it.
Even when they go on Game Pass, you can still buy them individually. It's not like they won't let you, and it's
you
like,
can buy them at a discount.
yeah, and it's like, and the Xbox ecosystem is more adaptable with each console era, so it's easy to just be like, all right, I got all my stuff, good to go. Like I'm playing Code Veronica on the 2011 digital version that I have,
Code
so it's
Veronica,
like,
when?
yeah, when is it? So I don't know. It's just like it's easy, but then you can't do that on the PS5 because Code Veronica you have to stream the HD version, and you can't. It's just that's the thing. It's a very weird thing with what they do, and I feel like there's so much shit that they don't have, like Soul Reaver, Resident Evil 2 and 3. The original Crash games aren't even on there. It's very just hollow. I feel like they're getting stuff on there. It's getting there, but it's very just like, why is it so inconsistent?
Why are they trying to make us pay for this again? You know they did that with PlayStation 4, right?
Right.
I own Twisted Metal. When I bought Twisted Metal 2012, right? It came with Black as a digital download, right, for PS3.
Yeah.
So I own it. When it came out on PS4, Twisted Metal Black, they were like, "Now you got to pay for it again."
Yeah.
I had to buy it again.
That's when I bought it for the first time.
We had a trophy support. It's like, fuck you and your fucking trophies.
Yeah, because
but now
when I
it
played
seems like they're just picking and choosing what you already own and what they want. Maybe they gave you Twisted Metal for free so that you'll buy Twisted Metal too. That's probably why they did it. But that screwed up the system because I own those games. And now it's telling me I have to buy Twisted Metal 2 again. Nintendo is worse? Yeah, they are. Because Nintendo will delete all the stuff. It's funny. People say that Microsoft's going to shut the servers down and take everyone's games away. So far, they haven't done that, and Nintendo and Sony have done it. The Japanese companies. Why? Because you don't steal from the Japanese.
Never get a discount.
Pikmin 4 got leaked,
Are you
so I hope you
50
downloaded
cents?
that illegally and played it and had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon told me that my Pikmins for the store aren't coming until Saturday.
That's
I'm like,
insane.
that's the fucking day after release.
Oh, you pre-ordered, Perry. How dare you get it on?
Be friggin' punished by.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Those are going right back.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he's right. Nintendo is the worst.
You pay for Prime, you get screwed too. But yeah, it's a very cool thing to have them on there, and I'm happy people can play them. Like we have fun with it, but it's still just like bullshit. Like Perry, what did you do? Did you just end up buying it, or did you just use your?
I own it already. Why would I buy it again? What I'm gonna do is I have my PlayStation 3 Slim, the one that was in my living room before the 4 came out.
Are you gonna try to go on there?
It's downstairs in the box. I'm gonna upgrade the hard drive to. I have a 1 terabyte SSD, a Samsung. I'm gonna put that in there just to preserve everything. Even though copying from the PS3 is like a 30-hour process both ways.
Oh yeah.
USB 2.0.
Oh my god.
And you need a 2.0 drive, by the way, to do this. It's not compatible with 3.0 drives.
Oh man,
that's horrible.
You're forced to go backwards.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna check the store. I'm gonna see what I own because I bought that game. I know I bought that game. They were all $5.99 at one point, and I grabbed them all.
That's why I still have my PS3 Slim that you sold me. That I have that still goes online. I didn't take it off yet.
Super Slim.
the Super Slim,
The
because
Lord of the Rings bundle.
yes, and I that's the one where I got like stuff like Toy Story 2 and stuff like that, and that carried over, and I only spent, where it's $10 on PlayStation 5, I was able to just carry it over. Why did it work for that one? I don't know. I mean, I went back. I remember when Siphon Filter 3 came out, I went back and I checked, and I was like, it's fucking here, So that was another like occurrence of, I was like, okay, they're trying to just get my money again. But Siphon Filter 1 and 2 were fine. But even when I came back from the UK last year and the service first went up, and I checked Siphon Filter, it wasn't letting me down. There was like an error that I kept getting. I was like, why? And I remember going in the chat,
Mason,
and I was like, yo,
Mason,
what's going on?
Get the PS3, Mason. Stop sitting down, Mason. Get up, Mason. Mason.
Back from the Dead, what's up? RWK88, what's up? Check out Back from the Dead's channel. He was streaming earlier today. Some Destiny
guys?
2.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, and RWK wasn't streaming anything. So there you go.
But yeah, let me know like what you find on that, the PS3.
I might film all that. The problem is, though, I got to use that little converter box because it's got HDCP, and you can disable it on PS3.
Yep. Because
Unless
I'm
you're freaking
streaming
hacking.
Silent Hill 2. I'm using that, and it's just funny. James's legs keep disappearing from time to time. It's just like,
Mason, stop playing with the cat, Mason. Mason.
stop playing with the cat.
That game was so dumb when it came out. You're just looking at the main menu and you hear,
Mason. Mason.
it's like, shut up.
The main
It's not
menu
like
is just
a game.
someone being tortured.
That I think the only achievements I need in that game are the zombies. Like I think I got all the stuff mostly in that, but the zombies I never got into.
You know, Robert Englund and Buffy are in that game.
Yeah,
They're
they
in
had
the
some
DLC.
funny. They had some really funny. And that's the thing too. Like I think
Michael
all the
Myers
DLC
is in
will
one
be
of them
free.
too.
That should all be free when it comes to Game Pass. That's going to be so awesome to just play all that stuff. I really hope they carry that shit over. Unless they're like, oh no, you'll pay for it. But it's like, I really hope, because I don't have all that DLC, but that would be really cool to be able to play that online.
I don't
with
think
all
they
that
care
stuff.
as long as you play.
Yeah.
So, yes, the top games right now on Xbox is the old Call of Duties.
The servers have been cleaned.
They've been cleaned. There's no more hackers. And we found out that Microsoft actually cleaned the servers out, not Activision.
So they're no longer dormant, which is awesome.
Yep.
Because we were just doing, well, it was about a year ago, I did like a LAN party and we were doing like Call of Duty 4 and stuff like that. But then when you try to go online, there was just nothing. But it's just cool, because imagine there's a whole generation of kids that are going on for the first time these Call of Duties, and they're able to play. And that's kind of crazy to think, because it's been like Black Ops came out like
2010, I think.
2010. So yeah, that's pretty wild.
Richard says in the chat, Black Ops 1 has the most active players than most modern games right now on Xbox.
True.
And a lot of these websites saying, oh, Black Ops has more active players than Halo Infinite. It's like, all right, we know Halo Infinite's like crapped out.
It's not even a flex anymore.
Dude, your mom had more men than Halo Infinite last night. Come on. You know what I mean? I'm sick of this. Everything's Halo Infinite.
It's stupid, because it's like we already kind of left that behind a little
Halo
while
Infinite's
ago.
not as bad as Redfall. I don't know why people are always crapping on Halo Infinite.
No, at least you can play some solid games. It's not gonna hold your interest as long, but the game is actually it runs
Halo
fine, it
Infinite's
plays
good.
fine.
It's just that the
content's
we always say
not
here,
there.
the content's
Yeah.
not there. That's why
It's not there.
That's why we crap on it, because we're like, we want to keep playing it, but there's
Right.
nothing left. Even Modern Warfare 2, they added a couple of crappy maps.
And
It's
all
like,
the
this
Call-
isn't enough to keep us
Right.
here.
Like all the Call of Duties are going to come to Game Pass. We know this, but you can still individually buy them right now for $10 to $15 if you just want to own them.
They're
Like
on sale right
Perry
now.
was saying, they're on sale. So I actually might grab Black Ops digital, because I own the disc, but like to just get it.
Oh, the disc.
Uh oh, it's up there. It's over there.
Well, now I don't have to sell them for $1.99. I can sell them for fucking $10 a piece.
Yeah.
Well, I think people will kind of, understand when they play these older games that this is where it started. You know what I mean? It didn't start with, Ghost Onward,
Right.
which some people were growing up with. I think this is like more.
You know what's funny though, Anthony?
It's cool to see it come back, honestly.
You could play Black Ops, all those Call of Duty games that are backwards compatible right now. You can actually hook up a 360 and play those games with people on the Series X.
Yeah, because it's the same
You can hook
server.
up an Xbox One and play them. You can hook up a Series S or a Series X.
Yeah, it's all the same.
You have three
server.
generations of Xbox at your disposal. You don't even
That all
need to
work.
own a current console for that.
No.
You could go to the store and buy a $50 Xbox 360 and Black Ops for $5-10
Yep.
and jump right in there with your buddies on the Series X.
I still have a legit
You could do
360 over there that can go online, so I could use it for, for another console.
Yeah, when we play online,
This
you
is
can
funny.
jump right on your 360.
That'd be so funny.
These old Call of Duties have more content than Halo Infinite. And RWK is screaming at Richard in the chat.
Right now, all the add-ons for Black
The
Ops,
feud
for
will never
example,
end.
like all the add-ons are $15. But with Game Pass, hopefully you could just get everything. So I hope that, like, save your money on the DLC if you're thinking about it. And at this point, just wait and enjoy the multiplayer. And then if it comes on Game Pass, you should get everything.
Ooh. Man, there's a fight going on in the chat room. There's like a UFC fight going on in our live chat right now.
That was a rough one. Jeez.
That was a 1-2 punch, man. I don't know how he's
Yeah.
gonna get up from that.
But yeah, it's really cool that there's an audience of people trying to play through the old stuff, and also the fact that we have just an interface and a system that works well with these older games. Because even like today, I got like 100G achievement on
Got
Code
100
Veronica.
grand? Wow.
Can
No,
you
no.
share
Let's
it?
go build that
No.
computer.
The 100G gamer score achievement from Code Veronica.
Got 100 G
And,
today.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, I wish, right? No, the gamer score popped up for like 360, obviously, but it's just because I never finished Code Veronica all the way on that version. So I just saw it pop up, and I was like, oh wow, this is kind of cool. Like, I could still get stuff on these old games that it's all integrated. So it's cool. Like, I could still use my old profile and go back and complete games and stuff, and it's not like a problem. It's not like oh, you got to sign up for Game Pass to play this, or you got to stream this thing. It's like I could just play it because I bought it like over 10 years ago, know? So, and just like how we all bought stuff on PS3, it's like, why is that just being disregarded,
Let me tell you something. Sony could have won this generation. I'm sure they already won it because of the sales numbers, but they could have had an easy sweep this generation if the PlayStation 5 just let you play 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You know what I mean? Even if they didn't, I know they're doing it digital, but day one, they should have had all these games ready to go. It's called PlayStation. It's a station where to play games.
Yep.
It's in the name. This stuff should have been ready to go. 1, 2, 3. Look at the Series X, the Series S.
Yep. And you were
They
saying
had it
that
ready
too.
to go because on Xbox One they figured it out. They're like, oh shit, no one's gonna buy our games. Let's make this backwards compatible, and they did, and it was great. And they took care of that whole program, and that set up the next console, which is what we're on now. So we're ready to rock and roll with this one. You think Sony would have just?
And you were saying that too.
They were like one of the originators of backwards compatibility. You know what I mean? Not really, but they were like, I don't know. They were like the number one company when that was a big deal. PlayStation 2 having backwards compatibility changed the whole game. Literally, for everybody.
When we were
making it easy.
when we were playing Black Ops, that's what I was saying. I was like, it's so funny how Microsoft put like minimal effort, but they did exactly what we've been saying. They just took stuff they already had. They didn't have to enhance the graphics. They didn't do anything. They just fixed the servers, and now they're making money hand over fist. on these old games, and it's selling systems, it's selling whatever, and they literally put minimal effort in. It's like if these other companies would just do that, they would make so much money. This is a perfect example of it, like right in front of us.
Dead, it's exactly what we talked about with Twisted Metal a few minutes ago. He said they should have called it Rebuy Station, pay for backwards compatibility and cloud saves and USB saves.
Yeah, can't even put it on
You
USB
have to have
without
Plus
being
in
on
order
Plus.
to back up your save to a USB.
That's a crime.
That's illegal.
It's your own resources. Like, I don't
How
understand.
dare you plug in your own USB?
You got to pay for that.
Imagine Windows.
You got to
made
pay to use that port. Yeah, every time you plug in a USB, oh, you got to pay for that. You got to make sure you're signed up for the OneDrive before you can use that USB. Can you imagine that shit?
You know what? I can't imagine that because that's insanity.
Yeah.
Did you hear Jaffe's account got hacked?
Yeah.
Someone spent $600 worth of Call of Duty.
Even he can't get rid of them.
And he couldn't get a hold of like the friggin'
Oh no.
The chat assistant. Because they want you to have like the captchas, and it says move this hand towards the cat's face.
Yeah, you gotta maneuver it to whatever animal the animal's facing.
He was freaking
he's
out.
sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to figure this thing out.
It's like, I can't do this. I don't know math.
Even that guy, he created a bunch of franchises for that company, and his account got hacked.
He'll probably get banned now for getting a
He's
refund.
gonna get banned
Because nobody steals from the Japanese. Even if you didn't steal it, somebody else did, and they don't get away with it.
I think I think Sony does that. I think they steal people's information.
Oh, and then ban you if you complain?
Yeah, I think they charge people's credit cards on purpose. And if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. And if you do catch it and you do the chargeback, they ban you. I've never heard of this. A company bans you because you were hacked. It's only Sony.
It's just, that's how they are. It's the company. They're messed up. We keep saying
you
it, but
spent
it's the truth.
$500 on our machine, and we're gonna ban you because somebody stole your credit card.
Yes. Which is stupid because then you're
This is why
less
you don't
likely to
keep
buy
your
more
credit card
games.
on the account. You buy those cards when you want to
Yeah.
buy a game. Go to Target, get the cards, put the number on there, and get what you got to get. You should have learned after the PS3 hack 100 years ago. Cannibal Ritual, what's up, man?
What's up?
Still one of the best. Last of Us 2 came out, and they banned themselves for the leaks.
Yeah.
Even we don't steal from ourselves.
You may have seen leaks, but I can assure you, those leaks are not true. Ah, they were all
Yeah.
true.
Liar.
That was funny. Please, buy the game.
Help me.
Well, he's in trouble now because there's a writer's strike. He's not doing shit in Hollywood.
He's gonna have to go back to making games.
He's going to have to go back to making Uncharted 3 or 4 or whatever. 5.
Yeah, we're up to 5 now.
4 was the last game. No, it isn't.
You mean 4 where he plays an Xbox game at the end?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit.
Hey, you know what? We don't know. Maybe in another 10 years they'll own Sony.
It's very possible.
We've seen it go down. Did you ever think Vince McMahon would buy out Ted Turner's WCW? No fucking way. He's Ted Turner. And he did.
I'm buying you out.
He bought the company for like no money. He bought WCW for $4 million.
Oh my
Well,
god.
he waited for them to like die.
And by the way,
and then-
Ted Turner was a billionaire. That's like giving the guy $4. And he made a lot more money off of that tape library than he did off the company. The tapes paid
Oh,
for the
yeah.
friggin' company.
Damn.
You ever know Jaffe could pull a Cliffy B? They're friends. They do
Ugh.
streams together.
Cliffy B is so like irrelevant, and he tries to be relevant.
If you call me Cliffy B again, I'll kick you in the balls. I remember when he said that in the. I remember he said that in
when he was on Jaffe's show. Some guy called. It was like, you called me an asshole and banned me off Twitter. And he's like, if I did that, please message me. I'll unban you. I'm sorry about that.
What?
That actually happened. I saw that one.
He was so sure about that Lawbreakers game. He was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the game, guys."
It's so memorable. I keep thinking this Jailbreakers. All he did was rip off Overwatch, which, by the way, Overwatch 2 is hitting Steam now.
Yeah,
no more Battle.net requirement.
They want to bring some more of their games to Steam, which is awesome. Get rid of that Battle.net.
When the deal is complete, Battle.net's history. Battle.net's going with Bobby Kotick.
Battle.net was cool in like '99, but now it's time that it goes away, and that's it.
Just put everything on Steam.
Yeah, Steam and
makes everything
Windows,
easier for everybody.
Xbox.
Makes it easy for Gabe. Makes it easy for the players.
Because man, like even navigating through Call of Duty, the menus and all that crap, it's like they gotta get rid of all that. Just streamline it.
Cannibal says that tape library brought in big time money. Yes.
YouTube loves to put the heart in front of the comments now.
Yeah,
we've been complaining about that.
You can't see anything now. It's like,
why don't they put it in the where it says like your name and chat public, or where the little
like by the chat? Why is it like?
But I don't have it on mine
and it's
right
anonymous,
now,
so you don't even know who's hitting the damn button. It's just stupid.
I only have it on my phone. I don't see it here.
No, it's here.
I see it on my desktop.
It's on my desktop.
Mine's somehow not here, thank God.
Yeah, what are you using? What browser?
Chrome.
That's why.
No. Chrome doesn't get the heart. Sad.
Jailbreakers is Bobby Kotick and Lena Khan's next game.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. I have the heart, too. I have the heart, too, says Stevie Mac.
Yeah, mine's just chilling here. No heart.
So there's a rumor this PlayStation 5 Slim is going to be coming out in September.
We'll see if that's true.
It's going to launch with Spider-Man in October.
Were they going to have another event?
So that event was fake. Someone posted that because these PlayStation guys are stupid, as usual. There's going to be an event, and they're going to announce more games. They're going to announce they bought Take-Two. Woo.
Yeah, because they're not holding back now.
Take-Two can fucking buy 3 Sonys. That's how much money they got. Get out of here, Take-Two.
Well, the Slim we know it's going to be. It's just
like
a matter
Sony
of
could
when.
take 2 shits. How about that?
It's just a matter of when they announce it, you know.
Frank is heartless. Confirmed. Be ready for Kingdom Hearts, Frank. What?
Oh man, because that's what the bad guys are in Kingdom Hearts, the Heartless. Because they say they don't have the heart here.
I don't know. It's like I don't know let me see if I can. There we go. You don't see any of that, Frank, going off in the chat?
No.
I see
That's
the
so
heart.
weird.
On my phone, I have it. Like,
okay. Because you would think if they had it there, it would work.
Go on Edge. Every computer has Edge.
Okay.
Gotta look for Edge.
Let me go on Christian first.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Let me see.
AEW should make a web browser.
You think you know me? It's like, no.
Oh yeah, didn't we see that? Well, they played Edge's music and some guy's running.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was that.
Oh, Edge has the heart.
I told you.
It's just Chrome doesn't have it for some reason.
They're tracking you. That's why. When you don't see the heart, that means they're after you.
That's fine.
They know what you're looking up.
I have
like Sony with Abbo. They know he's trying to save money.
Imagine they ban him just because they think that he's trying to save like $5.
Why did you go back on your PS3 and buy Twisted Metal 2? It's like they're asking him.
We know what you're doing.
Why did
his PS3, PS4, and PS5 are banned now. It's so dumb to ban people because they're gonna lose money on game sales.
So, do you think the Shredder is head of Sony of Japan? Imagine if Shredder was the head of Sony, and
All
Jim
this
Ryan's
time.
part of the Foot Clan. uh,
When Mark
Yo.
Cerny takes his clothes off, it's Krang in the middle. Like,
yeah, you know what? Mark Cerny would be a good Krang
Yeah, I was
because
in the
no
theater.
man looks like the way that he looks.
he
So
could be
yeah.
Baxter, maybe.
No, Jerry Springer was Baxter Stockman.
That's true.
He didn't work there, so he was good.
I'm sorry, the trailer for the new Turtles looks really bad. I saw it in theaters. I
I
was
don't
like, what the hell?
understand why people want to watch these movies in like 2 frames a second.
That's what
Yeah,
kills it for me.
that killed it, but also I was just like, what am I looking at?
Well,
Like
it's
this
Seth
is
Rogen. That guy's stupid. Of course
Yeah.
he's gonna fuck it up.
Donkey
and the
Kong
live
is a
action
Ninja
one
Turtle?
or the
Get
whatever
ready for the
what.
fart and pot jokes in those stupid movies.
It's like it looks even like it's for like a way younger audience. Like it won't even attempt to do anything edgy, you know? And it's like the older comics were dark.
April O'Neil looks like she can't even walk.
Well, that's
In
the
the
thing
trailer,
too.
she's putting her foot forward and she's like leaning her whole body as
Yeah.
she's walking.
It's the
It's like, what is
animation
she?
is stupid.
Does she have a problem now? Like, what are we doing with April?
And even the Michael Bay one, whatever one that was so bad. That was
Yeah,
really
I saw
bad.
those. Those were horrible, man.
They were dinosaurs for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
That was so bad. They can't catch a break. It's like our properties can't
And
get a break
fucking
anymore.
Vernon's a good guy. Like, get out of here with that. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, Will Arnett's cool and all, but come on. Vernon hated April. He wanted to take her job. In the movie, he's cooler than the friggin' turtles. It's like what the hell? What am I watching? like this
know
guy's
what's
the
happening.
hero, and they're not. Like,
Yeah. Like what's going on here? Like this is scary.
by the way, just so you know, next month the 2003 Turtles complete series is coming out on DVD.
Wow.
I ordered it. I never watched them really, so I'll check it out.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I played the games, but I never really watched the show. They look old man testicles in the Michael Bay one, says Cannibal. Teenage Mutant Dinosaur Turtles, says Richard. 1990 or get the fuck out. Yeah, I'm not all interested in new Turtles movie either, says Cannibal. Alchemist says, would the Turtles be Xbox fans? They get Game Pass in the sewers? Probably. Jim Ryan
probably have
is
good internet
Sam
down there.
Rockwell in the first Turtles movie. Says
I just feel like the
Steve
games is where they can, keep making the Turtles more consistent than like the properties of them just using the property as like a movie or like an animated movie. It's just like the games have more potential, I feel.
Back from the Dead, I always get annoyed. The heart blocks the bottom right screen as you can read the last comment. Yeah, it drives me nuts. Cannibal, you guys should come out with a mock-up of the Brood entrance for future episode of Game Complainers. We could do that.
That'd be funny as hell.
If anybody remembers what that is. Only took them 20 years to release 2003. Old live-action Super Mario Brothers was the worst. You know what? I don't know. I think the live-action Mario is better than the new Mario movie.
I definitely have love for the old one just because, like, I watched it when I
Because
was a
the new
little
one
kid.
to me was just a big commercial.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're fighting at Smash. Oh, they're
Yeah.
doing the karts. It's Mario Kart. And
I
all
saw it
those games
once
were
and
on sale that week too.
Yeah. It's like I watched it once and I already kind of forgot about it. It was pretty. It didn't really stick with you as much, but
Well, it was a good movie. And then the last second half of the movie, it's like, what happened? Like, there's
I was
no story
entertained.
anymore.
But it was just kind of very like. I think the first half was.
At least the live action one, it's stupid, but it's like all this crazy shit's happening. You're like, oh man, what the hell is this?
Yeah. There's something about that old one that I like that one too. So I don't
I
know.
saw that in the theater too. That's how old I am.
Wow.
Live action. All right. Isn't the Turtles movie coming out? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It sucks.
Yeah. David R.
David R, what's up? He
did that earlier.
Remake. No, it's all right.
I was playing it earlier, and he was like, "This remake looks awesome." Like he was just like joking.
So Death
It's funny.
Island, nobody dies. Spoiler.
Yeah, we all watched.
I don't
it,
know why
right?
they put that out there that somebody was dying.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. To be honest with you,
That
all I
was-
could say is
That was just to get people to buy it.
I did enjoy it. It was fun. You know,
Resident
it did
Evil
leak.
Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, I thought it utilized the characters well. It was cool to see Jill come back.
You said Jill like 85 times in the review, right?
Jill.
Jill.
He said Jill every 3 seconds.
Jill Valentine.
That's what he said.
Yep.
I think he's got to cool it with the Jills.
Jill.
She's excited. She's back.
Yeah.
Well, my review I kept, pretty short because I'm going to do like more of a longer form, spoiler discussion on it. But it's basically, as what you would expect for a CGI film. A lot of action, only an hour and a half.
Rose Ethan and Rose.
Oh God. It was before that.
Is
but
Code
even
Veronica
so-
movie next, Anthony?
Hope not.
Oh,
Imagine that if they
man.
did that as a movie instead of a game. That'd be so
Oh,
killer.
I would die laughing. I would die laughing.
That'd be so killer.
Oh, Veronica,
And
when?
at the end of the movie, it says we will not be making a game of this.
You can
It's
all
like-
kiss our ass.
We lied.
Eli.
We
At the
lied.
next Capcom thing, the guy should come out in a Code Veronica shirt and then not remake the game.
Oh,
Bastards.
the July 24th. It leaked early. Yeah, it leaked last week.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Why is Ethan part of the mansion incident? Where's Rose? Where's the Duke?
Oh God, it's
I don't know.
supposed to be like new fans that don't know, like me.
They should really have never shoehorned in the RE7 universe with the actual canon. Because people still think that's supposed to be connected when it was a remake. Resident Evil 7 was a remake, everybody. They just didn't tell you that on purpose.
They should have just left those two alone without like bringing Chris in.
But
And
I love how the internet's like, why is Blue Umbrella with Red Umbrella? What happened to Chris? Why does Chris look like that? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's a remake. It's not a remake! They put Chris in the game! Right. It's a remake!
Why does Chris look like that?
It's a remake. It's not canon.
It's more like a soft reboot than a remake.
Yes.
It's not remaking anything. It's just a soft reboot.
It was a
because
reboot. I'm sorry. Yes.
They had to jolt it back to something else that wasn't 6.
You know how we figured that out? I was streaming it at like 3 a.m, and Richard was the only guy in the chat with me. And I'm sitting there playing. I'm like, Richard, this is the same game. And he's like, you're right. And then we started talking about it, and I was like, holy shit, this was supposed to be a reboot. Which is why the 7 in the title was just painted. Because I don't think they knew whether they were going to go with that one. I think they were like, let's get away from 6. Let's do what we got to do. And see what happens. And I think that's what happened. And I think that's why they shoehorned everything into 8. Because they were like, how can we make this make sense? Let's just throw everybody in here. So, there's one file that talks about the Arclay Mountains in 7, but that's about it. 7 is a reboot that resembles the first game. 6 was too batshit. They should have kept it its own soft reboot. They even said during RE2 remake announcement. Well, you're right about Resident Evil 6 being batshit crazy because Frank and I were playing it, what was it, earlier this year?
Yeah.
We're just playing, we're outside the friggin' like city. All of a sudden, like a bus fucking slams into the building out of nowhere.
That's when it hit us that it was like.
And we're
just
like, man, they
absolutely-
went crazy with this one, man. They
Yeah,
didn't
it
know
was
what the hell they
very-
were doing.
It was very all over the place.
And then El Gigante, it's a Call of Duty Gears of War level.
Yeah, and you got to play it twice through all the scenarios.
I never knew because I never played it, so you guys would tell me about it, and I'm like, how could it be that bad? And then we're playing it, and I'm just like, what? It's not that it's bad, but it's not Resident Evil. It's just crazy.
They gave Leon a nice little haircut. They even said they wanted the player to be the main character because the established characters are like superheroes in the R universe. Remember when Leon is running away, thousands of cars, explosions, how Simmons turns into a T-Rex? Yes?
Yeah, it's very
They just went overboard, man. I get they wanted to make 6 like the blockbuster game of the summer. But they just went nuts.
He just tried everything.
And that almost killed the franchise. That game single-handedly almost killed the franchise.
I remember it was supposed to come out in November and they moved it up because of Call of Duty.
Right.
They moved it up to October because I remember the trailer. It's like the old date like faded
Because
away.
they thought
and
they
the
were
new date
competing
came
with
on.
Call of Duty, which is ridiculous.
And Halo 4 came out the same year. You had Halo 4, Call of Duty, and RE6. Like RE6 came out in October, and I remember Halo 4 leaked that month in October as well.
Chance.
And then it was like, yeah, it was just so much going on. I remember leaving the theater. Perry's like, download this now, like, because it was like Halo 4 went up early as hell, so that was funny. But yeah, it was Mercenaries is fun in that game, but I think like after Leon's campaign, even Leon's campaign is pretty weak in certain aspects. Because I don't care about Helena. Like, I just don't care.
Dude, she is a female Leon. They just cloned Leon and made her his partner. She's uninteresting. Like, nobody even cares. She's ugly, too. Why would you make the character that ugly?
Then you have the bitch Carla, who's supposed to look like Ada, but it's not Ada. It's so stupid.
I have a question, by the way, while we're on this topic of Resident Evil, for both you guys, if you can explain it to me. Why is there Raccoon City and then there's San Francisco? Like, why is it some of it real and then some of it's not real?
I don't know.
You guys know.
It's supposed to just be a Midwestern town that's just kind of made up, you know? But it's kind of like how Silent Hill's supposed to be Pennsylvania, but it's not really. It's just inspired by certain real life places. They kind of mix it
drop
in.
San Francisco in the movie, and I'm
right.
like, wait,
and then
that's not a
Alcatraz,
fictional
like,
town.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it's all like real place. Yeah. It's they kind of just pepper that stuff in. It's just kind of try to keep it like grounded, but then they also try to make
or did Leon and Chris have the same voice actor? They sounded very similar.
No, so
because I was multitasking while listening to it, and I was like, I was watching Chris in the scene, and I lowered the thing and I kept it on, and then I hear what I thought was Chris still talking, and then they're like, Leon, and he's like, what? And I was like, what the fuck?
So Matthew Mercer, he's the one who played Leon, and he played him from Damnation, Vendetta, and Death Island.
And Chris talked weird in this movie.
He also played Leon in Resident Evil 6. So the Leon you're hearing has been playing like the older Leon. They didn't get Nick Apostolides for this Leon because it's just an older Leon. So this is actually the same dude who's been with him he's been the longest running actor playing Leon, actually.
Well, they got the original Chris back too, right? The one from 5.
Well, yeah, they have Kevin Dorman who plays Chris.
Not the friggin' not the lion from Wizard of Oz, right?
No, that's Jeff Shine.
Did you guys think Claire looked a little weird in this movie too?
Yeah, Claire does look weird.
Chris talked weird. He was like, every fucking word he goes.
He's just grunting.
Yeah, Claire looks a little different because I think her remake 2 model is different than the CGI.
There were times where the characters are looking at the camera and they look all fucking bugged out.
Yeah.
I was like, man, these guys still don't know how to make movies, huh?
I thought the animation was really smooth. I mean, I didn't see any I thought Infinite Darkness, the Netflix one, had more
the scene where they're standing there
animation.
I do like how Rebecca told Leon, "Don't die," like in the first game.
Yeah,
that was funny.
But it's like
then he had the bootleg Wesker and the bootleg Jessica from the other game.
Yeah, because the chick
with the bootleg Weskers, man. Come on.
Yeah, the chick that was with him was in Vendetta because Leon killed her dad. So it takes place after Vendetta, before RE7, and I liked it though. I mean, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was.
I think the first one is still my favorite. Degeneration. That's probably my favorite one. But this is probably my top 3. And I have the 4K coming out, or the Steelbook is coming.
So I'm assuming the next game is Jill. That's what this movie is setting up.
I hope so, because
they said she's back.
Yes, and her being back on the front lines. So if this takes place in 2015,
right,
that means that it was 6 years after RE5. So it took her 6 years to get back on the front lines after recovering. So that means pretty much during 7 and Village, I wonder like what she was doing if she's on the front lines.
Jill looks like the remake model, says Richard. I have a question that is connected to Frank's question. Why do all the main villains after 5 try to recreate Raccoon City?
Because they don't have any other ideas.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing is what, and I said it in my review. The villain is very same-like. It's very deja vu.
Yeah, it's just Wesker with blonde hair.
You're really there to see
it's
the
like
characters.
Mickey Rourke took Wesker's fucking clothes and put them on.
Yeah, and he's connected to Raccoon City and stuff. So that was kind of cool. They showed
they shoehorn another character in.
Well, they try to make it to where it's believable, where it could have just been any number of Umbrella soldiers.
It's like The Last of Us. That just happened to be Abby's father, the doctor. They shoehorned him in.
There's a lot missing about that in between, but whatever.
Like I didn't even know the mansion was called Spencer Mansion until like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago.
There's even a picture of it hanging up in RE7, and it says it's the Spencer Estate.
Right, I know that, but when you're playing 1 and 2, you don't go, oh, I missed the Spencer Mansion. You're like, oh, the mansion.
Yeah, it was just the mansion.
And then when they started making 50,000 fucking sequels that didn't know what they were doing. Oh, it's called the Spencer Mansion. He lived there. And then in RE5, you finally see the guy. And you're like, this crippled guy, this is his mansion.
That's the guy who opened up all those stores and malls, Spencer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wesker just kills him. It's like, what?
Yeah, they definitely tried to like flesh out the old story with that stuff. Like, oh, this was always how it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was trying to just say, okay, this is him experiencing the trauma.
Spencer should have been the boss. Spencer should have been tyrant. Wesker should have grabbed his old ass and made him the tyrant. Then it would make sense. It's a Spencer Mansion. You kill him at the end. And that's it. No more Spencer.
Yeah.
They said they shoehorned all these characters in. The flower didn't work? What? What does that mean?
Don't know.
Well, they found they found stuff from the virus over there, so that's kind of where it connects to from 5.
Oh, okay.
But if that's what he's talking about, because there is connections to that. That's why RE5 has all those files that go back.
Are we getting the Shiva game, Anthony? Did you just confirm this for 2024?
Maybe.
Resident Evil 10 with Shiva or 9?
Maybe. I don't think that there's
Code
there's no
Shiva?
doubt. There's no doubt that 5 is next, so we'll look forward to
Resident Evil Code Charlie?
What?
Code
Charlie in the
Charlie.
Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka?
When the movie comes out. The prequel.
Veronica, Charlie? Veronica's Closet? Resident Evil Code Veronica's Closet?
I almost said Veronica's Secret, and I'm like, wait, that's not right.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
That's funny. Veronica's Secret. Mad Max is a good movie. You should be watching us. Why are you watching a movie?
I was just gonna say that. What's going on?
I got Heat and went up for $3.99 on 4K. So
Amazon and Best Buy apparently both had it for $4.
Yeah, and I grabbed it, and I got Alita Battle Angel for $3.99 4K.
It's such a steal. $4 4Ks. That's like a fucking...
Yeah. Well, I had the $7 Heat. I'm sending that back tomorrow. Get my money back.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Heat Steelbook. I got that last year, and I don't regret it. That thing's awesome, and the transfer is awesome. But even just getting it, like, just to own it.
I'm going to catch you. And when I do, one of us will be killed. You're going to catch me? takes the fucking criminal out to breakfast. He's like, I'm gonna catch you.
Well, he had to get him, like, he had to wait till he was doing something bad. He couldn't just
Yeah.
be like, arrest this guy right now.
Yeah, but who sits down with the criminal and goes, I'm gonna catch you. I know you robbed that bank the other day, and you killed all those people. But while you enjoy your eggs with me, I'm gonna catch you.
Can you pass the salt? Like, it's the criminal.
Did you buy it, Frank?
Yeah, I've had it since the last time it was $8, but I finally watched it the week that I wasn't feeling good. I sat down and watched it,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and it was good.
Frank put the TV out of the... I can't even read that because of heart.
Did I push the TV out of a car? That I was saying that was like my favorite part, where
Oh, yeah.
Pacino's driving and he just pushes the TV out the homeless people.
When the prognator virus came with the red flower Spencer found in Africa, that's the middle of RE5 when you go in the underground. You see, you just taught me
Yeah.
something back from the dead because I didn't even know that. And I beat that game 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Here's
And
the
the
thing.
thing is
I
is
play
that-
the games
that-
now as an older person. Like when I was a kid, I would read all the files and stuff like that. And the files are scary in the first game. The itchy, tasty thing.
Yes.
Because you got the music going on, the screen's black, you're reading text, you're like, holy shit, this is fucked up. And then you read itchy, tasty, you're like, oh man, I'm scared now. But like as an adult, I'm just playing the game like Gears of War. Like I don't care. I don't care about the files and shit.
I mean, that's the thing too. At the end of RE4 Remake, when you see Wesker, they're saying that he's in that room, that flower room.
Okay.
When he saw, so like that's what people kind of pause and like notice. So that's what I'm saying. It's like 5's definitely coming.
No! Code Veronica's next! You idiot!
What?
He's in the Code Veronica room.
He's with Steve. He's in there.
Alfred Ashhole, or whatever the hell his name is, he's the guy talking to Ada on the communicator. He knows Lewis. He might as well ask for an ass reach around instead of passing the song.
Oh my
That's
god.
what Dreadpool said in the chat. That's funny.
Then he would have had the DNA to get him.
Pacino tells De Niro on the way, I'm wearing women's underwear right now. And when I find you, I'm going to catch you. And I'm going to expose myself. To the point where you're not going to steal anymore.
You're gonna go blind when you see this thing.
I'll poke you in the eye. Is that clear? You're gonna
Oh
poke
my
me in the eye? What are you, a fucking freak? Oh man,
You're sick.
that would be so funny. Fucking De Niro. Hey, I played your dad in The Godfather.
Could you imagine? They just totally break character.
Yeah, they break character, and they get into an actual fight.
You're not my dad. This fight. Ugh.
Oh man, Rich is hitting this guy RWK in the chat.
I'm seeing this and I'm like, whoa.
Wesker is clearly cross-dressing with Alfred Ashford at the end of 4 Remake. Code Veronica confirmed.
Oh man.
There you go.
When are we getting Parasite Eve Remake?
Hopefully, now that all these other ones are happening, they should do it.
De Niro
Yeah,
sent
Clock
of a
Tower's
woman.
coming back.
De Niro sent of a woman. Hello, ladies.
Can't even take
Standing
it.
next to Fish Market.
Ew.
What if he dances with Val Venus? Hello, ladies. What happened to wrestling?
It became garbage like most everything else.
Fucking bloodline shit. Who cares? That shit sucks. And a bunch of fat fucking slobs that Rikishi gave birth to. Nobody cares about that shit.
That's it. They got to bring Rikishi in to finish it off.
The bloodline storyline is The Godfather. That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's like every mob movie you've ever seen.
but it's just like I don't care
But
about
it's with
any
a bunch
those
of fat
guys.
Samoan guys and Paul Heyman.
Yeah, literally. I could care less about all of those people in that thing.
I mean, I used to like Paul when he ran ECW, but I don't know what happened here. You know that Paul Heyman is writing all that shit.
Yeah, probably, but
No,
it's
because that's
stupid.
in ECW. What he did was he wrote movies. He wrote the characters based off movies.
Yeah,
Like Tommy Dreamer is based off John McClane.
makes sense.
Political correctness killed WWE. I think Vince's horrible
Vince.
fucking writing killed WWE.
I was just gonna say it was all Vince, actually.
Because if you watch that Ruthless Aggression era, the guy was going off the fucking deep end.
Yeah, I mean, I think them going PG definitely also was just like a nail in the
Well, they had to go
coffin.
PG because the fucking guy killed his son, so they had to do that. Just like
Yeah, but I think they lost a lot of people too, you know, gradually because, like you said, the storylines were already sucking anyway. So I think they were starting to lose that
Well, it was
that momentum that
embarrassing.
they
This guy's
built up.
having sex with all the women on. I'm talking about McMahon here. He's having sex
Right.
with all the women on camera, like even behind the camera. He's doing storylines where he's doing disgusting things, and it's like, okay, this is way above the Attitude Era. It just sucks. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's like they took out the momentum that they built all those years. And
Well,
they
the
started to
Attitude Era
kinda-
looks like the fucking 80s compared to what he was doing in like 05 and 06. Like they were doing some nasty stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
He
That's
said
like,
the N word. He called Booker T the N word. Vince had the do rag on. It's like, and he calls him the N word. Or he called John Cena the N word. And Booker T was like, "What'd you say?"
Like we were saying the other day, he never made any more stars, and then like they used to be.
That's what happened.
Right.
They were always looking for that next Rock in Austin, and they never found them. And then it became WWE's the star. Like the brand is now the star of the show.
Yeah, and they don't transcend wrestling like they used to. Like we've been saying, they were on
Like
talk
John
shows.
Cena,
or
the guy,
movies.
John Cena was great, but the problem is he never had an equal.
right.
And every time they tried to get him an equal, they just had him destroy the guy.
Right.
That's why
They were
CM
just
Punk
feeding
left,
him
because
guy.
he was finally like John Cena's equal. And then they were like, yeah, you know what? We don't want to put this guy over. Just have Cena win. And that's why all these guys left. And people will say, well, Randy Orton was John Cena's equal. And it's like, no, he wasn't, because he didn't want to work. Randy Orton just wanted to be one of the guys. He didn't want to be the top star. He's on record as saying that, too. Because he didn't want to do all the tours and all that stuff. The promotional stuff. He didn't want to do none of that. He just wanted to be on the road.
I mean, I say it all the time. I sound like a
Vince
broken
never had a
record.
sex tape release because no one wanted to see it.
That's true.
Yikes.
Well, the NWO filled Hogan's sex tape because that thing was in black and white. I don't know, man. Some crazy stuff with WWE.
Yeah.
The show just sucks now.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty unwatchable.
Even AEW sucks. I only watch AEW on Collision. Collision's like a completely different show.
You've been raving about it. I haven't really been watching it, but
If you missed that FTR match last week, you got to go back and watch that.
yeah, I gotta check it out.
That was like the best I've ever seen in wrestling.
At least there's a little something left.
That's like old WCW type shit, and that's what you need. WWE, you got Seth Rollins coming out dressing like a dick. You got his wife coming out dressing like a dick. You got Logan Paul coming out. He's a dick.
I can't even stand the Miz
what the
anymore.
fuck? Oh, the Miz, he's a dick too. All these guys suck. It's the same shit every fucking week.
And nothing means anything.
Nothing
They
means
never
anything.
finished
The
storylines.
belts look like shit. You're like,
Yeah,
I don't
they
even
do.
care who wins the belt. The belt's ugly.
They should lose it just to get away from you. Like, I can't be seen with
Yeah.
this.
It's not even a wrestling belt.
Yeah, it's like, ugh. You're right, though. The brand became the star, and that's a huge problem.
Yeah, because they couldn't find that next Rock in Austin, but that's because they killed all the territories.
And they kept,
And they're like, oh, we'll
burying
have
guys.
FCW, we'll have OVW, we'll have NXT, right? We'll find the next one, and they didn't. And what killed WWE for the most part was when the fans were behind somebody, Vince put the kibosh on them.
Yep.
Like this guy, LA Knight. He sucks. But the fans are cheering for him like crazy. I'm like, you just killed him. The minute
Which
the
is the
fans go crazy
opposite.
for somebody, Vince is like, I'm going to kill that guy now. And that's it. His career is over. He's the next Damian Sandow, Elias, all those guys.
Yep.
All those guys that the fans liked, that had momentum. Once you show Vince that you got momentum for somebody he doesn't like, that's it. He's going to pick on him.
Which is ridiculous.
And these fans are stupid. They're like the Code Veronica people. Like, oh, make LA Knight the champion. Code Veronica. It's like, he's never going to win the title. You're hurting this guy. Zack Ryder was the same way. He got over big time. And what they did, they put him in the main storyline with this girl Eve, and then they had John Cena kiss Eve. And then Kane beat the shit out of Zack Ryder and like paralyzed him for like a week. And that was the end of Zack Ryder.
You could just tell nowadays that who they're gonna just destroy. Like as soon as they come in, you're like, that guy's never gonna be anywhere. Like, and then it's pointless to watch it because you just know.
Well, look at Bryan Danielson. It was going to be Batista and Randy Orton at that WrestleMania, but the fans they went crazy for Bryan Danielson, and they got him in the main event. Look at Mysterio. Because of Eddie, they were like, Rey Mysterio should win the title, and apparently Vince McMahon was against it in the booking meetings. And when all the writers said, we vote for Mysterio, McMahon said, okay, he can win the title at WrestleMania, but here's the date where he loses it.
Wow.
So there already, and what happened? Mysterio wins the title for Eddie, and the Great Khali keeps fucking him up in every match. Rey Mysterio lost like every match as champion. That was a non-title. And then guess what? He lost the title.
It's so bad. It's like literally pointless.
I think they had Booker T beat him for it.
I don't know.
Well, there you go. Here's your history lesson with WWE. But they were
Finally
worse than the Attitude Era, and that Attitude Era looked PG compared to what they were doing in the 04, 05, 06.
Checked out after 07. Right around like 07.
Yeah, it got worse. Vince at one point definitely was doing Stephen King combo of blow and cough syrup. Miz was crying in an interview a few days ago about Carl Urban being Johnny Cage.
I read about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miz thought he was going to be Johnny Cage for like 10 years. It's like, bro, you're not Johnny Cage. You're a fucking idiot.
And Carl Urban's hot right now, so they're gonna go with him, obviously.
I didn't know you were that way, okay?
No, I mean like he's like a big popular.
He's a big store.
He's a big store where you could shop.
Isn't that the singer?
No, that's Keith Urban. We
Oh,
always
so-
go through this every
Anthony,
single time.
I didn't know the guy from Callisto Protocol, he was married to Fergie,
Really?
the singer. Yeah, she divorced
Really?
him. She's probably happy every time she plays a game and gets him
What did
killed.
Fergie sing?
She was with Black Eyed Peas,
Oh yeah, Black Eyed Peas, right?
and then she went on her own.
National anthem, Kelly said.
That's funny.
Yeah, she did botch that. Yeah.
Anyway,
The Callisto Protocol.
the Callisto nobody cares about. It was a good
Not
game, but
anymore.
they screwed up.
I'm
and
still gonna stream the DLC.
It was good. I thought the
wanna
DLC was
finish
better
it.
than the game.
Yeah.
You get that hammer, and it's like, why can't you get this in the main game?
I'll probably do it after I finish Silent Hill 2. So, I'll play it.
Silent Hill 2. I should hack your PlayStation 2s. I was making free McBoot memory cards yesterday.
Big boot.
I think I have one somewhere around here.
You know you can soft mod a PlayStation 1, right?
That's so
Really?
dope.
It's just from the memory card. You put the memory card in and you put your backup in, and it just plays the game.
Wow.
And from what I'm hearing, they're working on self-booting PlayStation 1 games.
Wow.
So it seems like that security's been cracked.
Well, that's good at least. After all these years.
We'll see what happens. I will cover it. All right, what do we got for news here?
Let's see. We kind of talked about a bunch.
Did you
of
get
it, but let's
Pikmin
do
4?
this. Yeah, I.
What'd you think about it?
It's fine. It just
Hey,
I didn't
thanks
really
for the early copy, Nintendo.
I didn't really have a chance to play it, but it I just booted it up and I transferred over my demo save. It just transfers it right over, and you just pick up where you left off. So the game's good. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to really dive into it, but
Yeah, get it when
I
it's
have
$20.
it. Yeah, I have it anyway now. So whatever. I'm not gonna go out and buy it this week.
My uncle has soft mod for PS1 years ago. Yeah, it came out about 3 years ago, soft mod. But self-booting is now from what I read something the other day, apparently self-booting is coming. You just put a backup in and press the button and it plays. PlayStation Slim is probably coming out when the new Series S does. Oh yeah, do you know for sure? Who do you know that works at Sony?
Source, my dad works for Sony. Who knows?
The Slim. Well, when it comes out, we'll get one and we'll break it.
It is coming at some point. So.
What's going to happen? Do you think the plates are going to come off that thing?
I don't think it's going to... Well, you know what? They do like money, so maybe it will have plates. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to, but...
The first 360 had plates, but the Slim didn't. Remember?
That's true, yeah. I don't know why they would go with... that. They have to do a totally different design. I wouldn't even do anything remotely close to, like, the fat PS5.
What if it's the same design, but it's smaller?
That's going to kind of suck, because it's still, like, wobbly.
It probably wouldn't even be worth picking up for somebody like us.
They should just make it more boxier.
Make it like the Series S, like a little tiny box.
Yeah.
I could stick up my butt and play my game.
Well, they're not going to put up, we've been hearing they're not putting the disc drive in. You have to buy that separately. So how's that even going to work?
I mean, I don't particularly care, but it sucks for everyone else.
Is there like a housing where you have to open it and close it?
I assume you just plug it in as a peripheral.
What if they said fuck it and it's just all digital? And that's it. Like they just pull the disc models and that's it.
They could do it.
The slim PlayStation 5 will look like the PS4 Pro. You know, you
could
be right.
Tiers.
But how's that detachable disc drive going to look? How is that even going to work?
Probably just going to be in there.
Are you going to have like a cutout? What, is it going to come with like a fake eyeball? Like a fake piece of plastic that you have to put in and pull out?
That's how PCs used to be, remember? If you didn't have the drive bay, it would just be like a little plastic
Remember
thing.
when Review Tech USA said the PlayStation 4 Pro was going to be called PlayStation Forever? And it was going to be upgradable like a PC? Yeah, I like how that one aged.
Wherever, whenever, forever. That was the tagline for... that was the tagline for the...
And you're going to upgrade it with PC parts. No, you're not. Get the fuck out of here.
That was the tagline for the PS1. The little small guy. It was like, wherever, whenever, forever. PlayStation forever.
Flying Lion, cock-smoking Jim Ryan told me so. Flying Lion, reach around grabbing Jim Ryan. There you go, Dreadpool. I fixed it for you.
You know he was not happy to sign that deal. But they had
Phil,
no choice.
Could I interest you in a reach around?
Phil, I'm very versatile.
Would you give us Bethesda games for a reach around, Phil?
What if he's like, yes, but only Deathloop? And he just does it for Deathloop. That's how desperate he is.
We'd like to give you Redfall in the state that it's in. Parody. Are you bloody mad? I do not want Redfall. Flying Lion, crying Jim fucking Ryan, says Alchemist.
Could you imagine that? He's like, "Hey, you got to take your shirt off if you want Redfall," and he's just like, he does everything to get the game. Take your pants off if you want Starfield. No.
Oh man.
Yeah, all the stuff came to light, by the way. So, as we've been saying and we know, they paid for Final Fantasy 16 to skip Xbox. They were paying off all the ZeniMax games. They probably would have paid for Starfield to be exclusive.
No, they weren't.
So-
They were trying to actively get it.
Right. So, I mean, Microsoft literally bought it to like save their own lives. They would have been so screwed without it. So, just remember that when everyone's crying that it's not on PS5, it was almost not going to be on Xbox
When
or
you stretch
probably not on PC.
negotiations for 18 months and shouldn't get a better deal or less. Yeah, he signed a worse deal.
Yeah, because he waited till the
But
ball.
we all
was
knew
not
that
in
was
his
going to
court anymore.
happen. We all knew Xbox was going to have their chance to get revenge on him.
Yeah,
Listen, he tried to ruin their deal. That's a
He would've
$70
cost them
billion
billions.
deal. Apparently now it's going to go up to $75 billion. He tried to ruin a $75 billion deal. You think they're going to be like, yeah, we'll share our games with you. Like, oh, you want Call of Duty? Yeah, you'll fucking get Call of Duty, and that's it. And by the way, he admitted defeat in the email. When he
Yeah.
emailed Phil Spencer, he said that it doesn't make sense for us to have the marketing rights anymore for Call of Duty. Because they'd be paying Microsoft to get marketing rights.
right.
When they could take that money and do whatever they want with it. Make a new IP, bring back an IP. So we don't even know what's in that new contract. We just know that it's 10 years and it's just for Call of Duty. We don't know if that means the marketing rights are like done.
I would assume, like
we don't
you
know if
said,
the old
they'll take
marketing
the
rights
money
contract expires in another year. We don't even know if that's valid anymore. We don't know anything. It would be interesting to find out what exactly that he signed. But we do know that it was just for Call of Duty. It wasn't for any other Activision game.
Yep. And there might have been more on the table had they gone to bargain in the first place. But
Well, he wanted every single game from Activision and Bethesda. Ended up with nothing.
yep,
one
he got
game.
nothing. And Microsoft gets 70%. If they kept the terms the same, they get 70% of every copy sold. So
What if they turn around
They
and
won.
say, nah, 80%, Jim?
they very well could have. That's what they were getting because of Sony. That was their deal with Activision. They were only getting 20% of each
Oh, if they said
copy.
90%, you get 10%.
Well, I don't know if they could do that, but
They can do whatever they want. They
I
own
mean,
the
I
company.
guess they could. Yeah. But yeah, something else happened with all this that I was gonna say, but now I don't remember what it was. But yeah, so they signed the deal. Obviously the Ninth Circuit denied the request for injunction, so that's the end of that. They are currently negotiating with the CMA positively, constructively, so that's why the deal was extended, just to close everything up, wrap it up. Because obviously they're going to be buying other things, so they don't want to piss everybody off if they can help it. So, also too, so Activision has like cash on that they're a company. So when Microsoft gets them, it's going to come off that bottom line. So they're actually going to save a little bit of money too. I found out it's not just a straight like 75 billion, which is cool. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be wrapping up within the next couple of weeks or months.
It can wrap up tomorrow. They just have
Yeah.
until October 18th to get everything straightened out and settled. So it doesn't
Right.
mean it will wrap up on the 18th of October. It means any point until the 18th of October they could have an announcement and wrap this thing up. And it'll be
Yeah.
over.
As soon as the CMA agrees, that's pretty much
Alchemist
it.
says, please, Jim Ryan, give me something if I could go back to Sony. Wait, what?
Please, Phil, give me some. Oh,
Like Sony with nothing. They're going to shove a PS5 up my ass.
they cut his PP off.
I
if he
heard that
goes
the
back
Slim
to-
will fit in people's asses. All these Sony guys, they could stick it up their ass now without it hurting.
Yeah, it's gonna be shaped like the Beats pill, that old speaker, so you can just Put it right in there.
You know, it blows my mind every time I read Twitter and I see these PlayStation guys arguing. It's like, guys, just buy a fucking Series S to $200. These guys are spending more time and money than they would just go pick up a Series S.
Yeah, if you really want to play like
We're gonna go to
Starfield or
Supreme
something.
Court. We're gonna pay for bus fare. It's gonna cost you like $5,000. Just buy
Yeah,
a fucking $200 Series S. Shut up.
Another group of gamers tried to bring in another suit,
Yeah,
and they
fuck those
immediately
guys.
were
They're so
like, "Yeah,
stupid.
get this out of
Yeah,
here!" Like,
that's stupid.
why waste the money?
It's
like
funny.
you said.
PlayStation guys don't have an IQ. As somebody who's struggling to say that.
You're right, though. They spend so much more money dicking around than they would just.
That's what he wrote in the chat. I don't know if we could read that.
I don't know if we can read that either.
He's right, though.
Could you imagine that?
Oh man.
But if the Series S doesn't have great exclusives like God of War Horizon or Spooderman, hey, we don't know what's going to happen, man. Microsoft could buy Sony out in another 10, 20 years. We have no idea. I never thought Vince McMahon was going to buy Ted Turner's WCW, and the fucking guy bought it in 3 days. 3 days. He wrote a check.
I heard
$4 million.
I heard some crazy rumor.
The company lost $70 million the year before. WCW from 1999 to 2000 lost $70 million.
That's insane.
Was 70 million or 80 million? Because Russo was doing stupid shit over there too. Russo and Bischoff both did stupid shit. And they bought it for $4 million. It's crazy, right? They lost more money than what they made on the company.
This was good for WWE.
It's good for Vince.
Yeah, he could scoop it up.
WCW could have said,
pennies
"Hey,
on
you
the
know
dollar.
what? We want $100 million. We're gonna cover our losses and just get rid of this thing." They're like, "Nah, just give us $4 million. We don't want it."
They literally stole it.
Dreadpool says, "My wife says the PS5 looks like a giant pink lady." Oh man. One of my friends that worked in the ER did have to remove the sticks from the past.
Remove sticks in the past from,
What does he mean?
up someone's.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
You never know after that Slim comes out.
Could you imagine?
You know what's gonna happen. Well, these guys all sleep with their PlayStations. We know that.
They use it as a pillow. Ooh, how comfortable.
They rested on a pillow next to them and they go to sleep.
Oh man.
Oh.
What?
He said they were PS3 VR sticks. Those move things.
Is that a true story?
Ew. That's disgusting. And painful.
Oh man. Slim Dickens says RWK88.
I heard this
You must be
rumor.
going to Dunkin' Donuts.
Time to make the donuts. I heard a rumor, but I think this is bullcrap, but someone was saying that Disney's trying to trim the fat with their stuff, so they want to get rid of the gaming rights to a lot of their games. And
that's so stupid, man.
That makes no sense, right?
Bob Iger said he could sell Disney, and people are like, Microsoft's gonna buy Disney. No, they're fucking
not. They're
dude.
not.
They're not gonna fucking run movie studios and shit.
And why would
They want to get in the mobile market of video games.
Yeah, why would they sell the rights to the the rights?
You see Phil
the
Spencer
money.
making MCU movies? Get out of here.
Yeah, they'll never come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. I
What's
saw
in
that
the
and I was like,
can
"There's
right
no
now
way."
is in the can.
These
That's
people, they're gonna buy WB. Warner Brothers Discovery's restructuring. Nobody's buying fucking WB games.
You
They
can't
literally
just
just
buy
went
whatever you
under
They
want.
don't even know what they're doing with it yet.
They just went under
Why
Mac
would you
with
buy
their service.
WB games and not have the IPs like Batman? You gotta buy WB to get Batman. You gotta buy a whole studio.
And them and
And you're not
HBO
buying a whole
merged.
studio and it's saying, when's the next Batman movie coming out, Phil Spencer? I don't fucking know. It takes like 7 to 10 years to make a fucking movie.
They
That's not
have
happening,
to.
man.
They
Get
have
the
to
hell
be
outta
up
here with
for
that.
sale first, too. Like people just
Yeah.
think you could just
Even if
buy
they
a
buy the
company.
studio, you need the IP. So
Right.
they could sell WB Studios, but you don't get Batman.
No, they would just make like Lego games. That's
But
it.
then you got to sign a deal with Lego.
That's true. Yep. It all costs money.
So
and
don't even worry about that.
yeah, I knew it was bullcrap when I saw it. I was like, that makes no sense. Like, why would they
Don't
even
even
do
worry
that?
about that. Worry about like Sega. They're going to buy Sega next.
Right.
They'll probably make a play for Capcom, which I hope they do, just so everyone shuts the fuck up.
You know, Konami has a lot of mobile games too.
Yeah,
Maybe
Konami's
they'll
not
go
getting rid
for
of
them?
it. They're making too much money.
That's true.
What happened to Anthony?
Fell asleep.
No, I'm still here.
I said Capcom, and he put his head down.
Oh,
Oh no, I was adjusting the mixer.
A mixer.
Mixer.
A mixer.
Disney is headed to $60 a share.
I don't know.
Master Chief can show up in the MCU. Oh god, let's hope not.
Great.
Yeah, he could wiggle his butt cheeks in front of friggin' Deadpool. Dreadpool.
His Spartan cheeks.
In front of Dreadpool. On a Deadpool. Which that
That's-
movie's got delayed now because of this stupid strike.
Yeah, and that was one of the few movies I was really looking forward to, but
I like how the studios are like, yeah, let them strike until they can't pay their rent anymore. And I'm like, that's fucked up, man.
yeah.
Here's the thing. I know people are like, oh, these million and billion dollar actors, we don't feel sorry for them. I get that. But at the end of the day, when they're using your friggin' likeness and you're not getting paid for it, that's a problem.
Yeah.
What
Voice
what-
actors are just getting completely stepped
what they're
over.
doing now is what Vince did to everybody 10 years ago with the network. Because the guys used
Yeah.
to get paid on videotapes, but there's no more videotapes. There's no more DVD releases. So they were like, how are we getting paid on the network? And Vince was like, oh, we'll let you know. And he never let anybody know. It's been over 10 years.
That's why the writer's strike happened in 2008, I think, last
Yep.
time in Hollywood because
'cause
of the
I remember
DVD and Blu-ray sales.
It fucked up
They-
The Shield.
Yeah,
They were
because
right in the last season of The Shield.
yeah, they were like, well, what about the revenue for that? So it was like, and it's funny because back then, like physical media was more prominent, obviously, like as far as a complete revenue stream.
Don't copy that floppy.
And now it's exactly. You wouldn't steal a car.
Well, a car's different than a shitty movie that's on TV. You know what I mean?
Everyone
I
remembers
can
those ads,
videotape a
though.
movie on TV. I can't videotape a fucking
Yeah.
Ferrari.
They're watching you, Perry. You can't copy that VHS tape. It's like, you know, when people made mixtapes of like music and movies and like everything, like everybody did that. Like everybody dubbed shit back then. Like it's the way it
Well,
was.
fucking half the music community dubbed their music on
Yeah.
cassette tapes. And who was to say that didn't influence their career? And now they're millionaires. You think Puff
Well, it
Daddy
gets more
just
exposure.
broke out the drums in the middle of the street? No, the motherfucker copied mixtapes, like everybody else did.
Yep.
I watched an interview today with Danny Trejo, and he was like, "We just want to get a piece of the pie when they use use AI to make the voices and stuff." He's like, "We just want like revenue off that," which makes
Yeah.
sense. It's their
'cause
likeness.
Yeah, and think about like voice actors too. You know, it's like
Well, I'll bring up Power Rangers and Fred. I got to record your lines. The guy that plays Zordon, David Fielding, Saban literally filmed his head for like one day, and they used that for the whole series. And the guy got like no residuals on it. He just got paid that one time.
Yeah, that's not really
Residuals.
fair.
No, it's not fair. But he even said on Twitter, because David Yost brought it up, the Blue Ranger, and David Fielding commented to it. He goes, I'm over it. He goes, it sucks, and the story is true, but that was 30 years ago. I'm over it now. It is bullshit, though, he said.
Yeah, I mean, They
'Cause
can't.
That show is streaming everywhere and everything, and that guy gets no money.
Yeah,
They paid him
They're
$100
literally-
to film his fucking head.
they're literally using your likeness. It's like just cut us, just like you do when you get a small residual check. Just cut them some residuals. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, here's the thing: it's the contracts they sign at the time too.
Yeah,
So
that
a
is
lot
true.
of these guys got screwed because they had to sign the contract in order to work.
Right.
But I think going forward, they got to figure that out. I'm not one way or another with it because I really don't care.
No, it doesn't affect us.
I don't care about like the actors or whatever, but I do care for the fact that hey, we're gonna need movies at some point. And they're saying a lot of reality TV shows are gonna come back this year because of this strike, and it's like, god damn it.
No.
Got past that.
Reality
and then now
TV
it's
is
going
fucking
back.
stupid.
What about Hogan Knows Best?
Hogan knows Hogan knows less. That should be the name of the new show.
The Osbournes.
Oh no.
They're too old.
Gene Simmons' Family Jewels.
He's too old. Does he have any family jewels left?
I don't think so.
Probably fucking melted off.
He's
gonna
in his
call it-
80s.
Kiss. Family Jewels.
Well,
He had to marry. He had to marry his wife because of that show because
Yes,
they were like, "We need a wedding," and he's like, "God damn it."
I can't believe all those stupid shows though back then, like the mid 2000s. Like, oh my god,
It was
like
like because
comfort
fucking
shows.
Survivor ruined TV.
yeah,
like things
Survivor
went to
was
shit in the early 2000s, and people needed like
That show ruined TV to the point where the TV came back. They had to bring all the old shows back.
Yeah, they needed like distraction shows for people during that time. So they're like, all right, let's just make like all these crappy shows. And MTV imploded, and then like the video stuff for YouTube didn't go over well, and that shut down music videos forever because they didn't jump in with them early on. It was like a mess.
Stallone's family has a show now too. That's okay. I don't want to watch that shit.
They probably have to have subtitles for them all the time.
Is it called Little People Big Planet with Sylvester Stallone?
People think.
Oh no.
How could you even understand that show? It's in a different language. It's in Stallone.
I still think it's funny when he said the show is Little People Big Planet and there's Sackboy and people are screaming because it's like, what is this thing? It's horrendous.
Oh no.
Somebody said when we were talking about the Alf thing coming back, somebody was like, man, $90, they better give me a ticket to Melmac for that much. It's like, jeez.
Early 90s MTV was so good with liquid television. I mean, it was good. Everything was good.
Yeah.
We actually
Until
had
the
music in the
2000s.
90s. They don't have music anymore. You got fucking club music now. Horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible
It's
now.
bad when I have to
Everything
listen to
sucks.
songs from 20 years ago because that's the current shit that's out.
Just went
Like you,
downhill.
Anthony, you go to these concerts, these bands are from 20 years ago because there's no music.
You're watching 50-year-old Fred Durst still.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, sing that song from 01.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
Yeah.
so true, though.
This is the
so
greatest
true.
song because it's the only song that he has, that anybody has anymore, and it's rock and roll.
The new,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you have to look, you have to dive for music, because
Yeah,
of the
that's
services
bullshit.
now.
You used to go to one TV channel and it would show you everything you needed to know.
Well, the services make it
You would
sad.
put on the radio. People don't do that anymore. You put on the radio, they would have Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer.
Well, nowadays everything's playlist driven, so it's like all these
Yeah, that's
services
stupid.
they give you playlists, but like you can find playlists that are like new artists that you haven't listened to, but a lot of times it's which is a good way. Like I found artists that way, in a way, to kind of like just put out like in a random playlist.
Yeah, but it never used to be like that. Now you had to look for music. Like I never thought I'd have to do something like that.
Well, it's just because like, yeah, I don't know. I just think that maybe it's also because of oversaturation too, because there's so much on the services. It's just kind of like the media in terms of like shows and movies. There's just so much on said service, so you kind of like you're trying to look for stuff, and then by the time you look for stuff, you're already like, done your meal or whatever. You're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't even want to watch anything or something. It's like that.
Rock of Love with Bret Michaels from Poison. Yeah, I remember that. That show sucked.
Did you guys
what?
Well, I was gonna say because Twisted Metal comes out Friday, so I guess I'm gonna have to find a way to find the episodes.
Well, my wife pays for that shit because of Real Housewives from New Jersey or something.
Wait, is it this Friday or next
I'll just
Friday?
fucking download it. I don't care. I'll download Twisted Metal.
It's probably next. I'm probably wrong. It's probably next Friday.
Rolling. What?
Oh yeah, it's the 27th.
Okay, never mind.
I was like, wait, I didn't know it was coming out this. I'm really excited for that show. Actually,
right here.
Did you
IMP Biscuit is right here.
Did
People
you
in the house, put your hands in the air because you don't care and we don't care. What?
Still better than modern music.
I like how on the WWE Network when Undertaker comes out, Limp Bizkit's on the Tron, but it's like
it's
like,
not their song.
No, they dubbed over it, but they can't dub over the Tron. So it's Limp Bizkit going There's like no lyrics or anything. It's just
it's so bootleg.
And they'll do the Kane and Undertaker thing where it goes boom, and you see Limp Bizkit on there. They don't even put the whole song on there.
Oh no.
That's why Tony Khan, okay, the guy sucks, but let me tell you something. When he buys the music rights, he buys the rights forever.
Yeah.
So in 20 years, when they show AEW footage, you'll see CM Punk coming out the,
cult of personality. Yeah.
Right.
It's so stupid because
the only one that he didn't buy forever was Final Countdown for Bryan Danielson.
That's probably expensive.
Yeah, he said to play it for one night. He was like, that was more than a house. I was like, holy shit.
Jeez.
And that's a one-hit wonder, so that's why they charge a lot for the one song. But I remember you were saying too about how they used to blur the logos and the referee just looked like a blur because it was all on his.
It's like Slimer, right?
Yeah, he looked like Slimer because his whole body was blurred, but his head and his arm. There's Fred.
Man.
Fred.
Deep fake the Undertaker's face on Fred Durst. Well,
I gotta see that
Now
dub
that-
footage.
Bennett. Just go to the network and go to any 2001 pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I might actually have it on the computer somewhere because I have the 01 library. What I really hate is the network edited the 01 Rumble when Austin comes out. He comes out to his regular music, but he had the Disturbed.
Yeah, that's
on the DVD. He's got the Disturbed, but on the network, it's just his regular music. And it's like, man, that really took away from that entrance. Because when they do that, they redub the audience.
right.
When the Disturbed hit, the audience went fucking crazy. On the network, his music plays, everyone's like, yeah, it's Stone Cold. Really takes away from the presentation. We got Fred here, Real Bobo Ghost. What's up? I got to send you your lines, I know. I'm behind. I'll get them to you, don't worry. Natalie Sotelo. Hello, guys. How are you? Good?
Doing good.
Blow who, Anthony? What?
That's always where he goes.
That's what this guy at WK said. He said, blow Anthony?
What the hell?
What's up, brother? Says Bobo Ghost. What's up?
What's up?
Fred.
What's up?
WK88 with a $1.99 super chat. Listen until I fall asleep. You're all the best. Thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you as
What's up,
always.
Natalia in the chat too? What's going on?
I said that.
No, I was just saying what's up. I said what's up to Fred too.
Fred,
People
what's
over
up?
there, what's up?
There's a video out there that says Cannibal, the singer from Crazy Town, singing their hit song Butterfly with no teeth.
I was laughing at that before.
The Alchemist. I struggle searching for new metal music.
Yeah, it's tough.
You gotta. There's some bands out there. Again, you just have to. You can't listen to the radio because they'll never come on. So it's
There's no
like,
radio anymore.
yeah, there's no. It's just like, yeah, it's like Perry said. It's a very sad state that the industry's in. Everything sounds the same.
It just sucks, man.
I mean, there was shit that sounded the same back then, but you had a good like option of good stuff. You know, it seemed like you had more of like a.
I think like 20 years ago, like in the early 2000s, alternative rock was good because there were like so many alternative rock bands out there, and they were, pretty good. They were almost mainstream, like, but they never got their mainstream due.
Yeah,
A
it's
lot of
almost
these
like they had a
guys-
couple good albums that were big, and then it was
And that's
like,
it. You don't hear from them anymore. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how music is like not a thing anymore, really.
thankfully, Philly has a good rock station that we get in Jersey that still like actually plays like new stuff. So I'm thankful for that.
When I worked at CompUSA 20 years ago, Westchester Radio was always playing. They played like the whole Avril Lavigne album. So I'm at work listening to this shit all day long.
Yeah.
And then when we got our displays at CompUSA, what was on the display? Skater Boy. And I'm
No,
like, I can't escape this woman.
hey, that's a good album though.
Yeah, well, I learned to love it
Yeah.
now because I listened to it 7,000 fucking times
They
a day.
just put that out. They put out the vinyl. My record store had it. It was like for the 20th anniversary. It was re-released, so she put it out on vinyl and CD. I don't know if there's anything extra on it, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, you know what was cool? Like CompUSA, Ghostbusters came out 20 years ago on DVD. And we had it on the display, and it always went back to the main menu. And the main menu is Marshmallow Man walking around the city. And it just looped the song over and over and over again. I'm like, I'm in heaven.
I was just about to say it. I listen to that song sometimes when I'm
For
driving.
fucking
That's so
10
funny.
hours I'm listening to Ghostbusters.
Oh, I'd take that in any time.
I did. I loved it.
Absolutely. That song's incredible.
It was great. I'm liking the Sleep Token right now. What?
It's a band.
Oh, I
Are
thought
you
he-
playing Pokemon Sleep?
that's what I thought he was doing.
Yeah.
What's with that thing? The Pokemon Plus Go?
I
Go
didn't
Plus?
buy the thing.
It
but
keeps
I
rumbling
saw it.
and you can't turn it off. People are actually opening it and disabling the rumble thing.
That's
like
annoying.
they're like pulling it off the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have to put the phone on your like pillow.
Ah,
I don't
he's
know.
cursing.
Retracted.
Hey,
Fuck Pokemon.
don't say that.
RWK snapping tonight.
Well, Rich has been knocking him out all night.
So now he's gonna take it out on Pokemon.
Richard gave this guy 3 black eyes during the show.
I like Chevelle. Trapped has Headstrong, and that's the only song they ever made.
It's really fucking, and that song's 20. That song's 20. Because they use it for Bad Blood 03. WWE Bad Blood.
Me and my friend make a joke, like if you see him live, you just play Headstrong 12 times. Like, is that it? You know,
Well, nobody knows who they are. Just that one song.
you just hear that guitar riff, Bennett, meh, meh, meh.
Remember the guys that sounded like robots? When we party, we will party hard. Remember that song?
Oh,
That,
yeah.
They played that song on Leno, and then it was in Madden. And I'm like, why the fuck is this song in Madden?
What song was it?
It's these guys. They sounded
I
like
don't know the name
robots.
of it.
And they're like, when we party, it is time to party hard. I forgot who the fuck they were. Who are those guys? Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
They sound like robots. I'm trying
They
to
put that
remember.
song in Madden that year. I was like, why is this song in Madden? I saw them perform on Leno.
Trying to see.
You
You remember
the
what?
same Christmas songs over and over again in November, December? No, Richard, it starts in October. You don't understand. They play Christmas music in October. It's not the Beastie Boys. That's Intergalactic from 99. 98, 99, 97.
Beastie Boys were good though.
That was like one of the first MP3s I downloaded, Intergalactic.
He actually said Bestie Boys.
Bestie Boys.
Bestie
Oh, yeah.
Boys. Don't give anyone any ideas.
Was it the Gorillas? I don't think so.
No, I don't think it was.
What
Was
are
it?
you talking about?
The Gorillas is a band.
No, that wasn't them.
No, it was way before that.
Why don't
'Cause
you
they
pull up the Madden 03 soundtrack?
Is it 03? Okay. I was gonna ask you what year
Bestie
it was.
Buys.
Bestie Buys.
No, Intergalactic was Beastie Boys.
We're not mean.
Oh,
that
Andrew
would-
WK. That's who it's by.
Yes, Andrew
Yeah.
WK.
Andrew WK.
Who
That's
the
the
fuck is
person.
that?
The party
He-
hard.
He was
yeah.
in They featured him in what's that stupid show with Meatwad and the Fries?
Aqua
He was
Teen
in
Hunger Force?
Yes, he was
Yeah.
in that show. I don't know,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the name of it, but
But yeah, Andrew WK. He's funny. I mean, he kind of
That's
has
the name
like
of the band?
That's
yeah,
the
because
guy.
it's him. He has a band, but it's named. It's just named after him. But he has like people that play with him.
Is that the song that
because they were on
goes?
Leno. There was like 4 guys on Leno.
Yeah.
He has a song. Is that the one that goes party, party, party? I want to
Yeah.
have a.
Yeah.
That's not
Yep.
that's not the song.
No, but he has 2 songs that
Okay.
say like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. That's definitely the same guy.
Yeah.
That's so stupid but funny.
Yeah, I don't know why
Because
they
there's
put that.
party
in Madden.
hard, and then there's party till you puke. There's 2 different.
Oh,
ones.
okay.
So it's like it's kind of like joke songs too. So it's not really like serious, but it's like heavier. I don't know.
Andrew was in the ICWP wrestling game.
Why the fuck was Bon Jovi on the Madden 03 soundtrack? Like what the hell?
Oh yeah, I see it here.
Elvis is on Madden 05.
But then you have like
Suspicious Minds and
Seether
that-
and like,
Neither
all these
was
other-
in Madden.
Seether was in Madden. Good Charlotte. It's like you have that, and then Bon Jovi.
Ugh.
Have a nice day, and it's just like like Madden. So stupid.
Don't talk
I think
shit
it was
about
what was
Bon
it?
Jovi.
NHL.
Didn't Dreadpool meet Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi was actually my first concert when I was like 4.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't he thinking of Van Helsing? Not Bon Jovi. It's Van Helsing that kills vampires.
Yeah. What the hell? I like to see a movie where he kills vampires. That'd be funny. What is the
See, he met him. I told you.
Oh damn. Yeah, I think it was NHL. I mean, I heard the game was shitty, but NHL this past year had more of like a rock metal soundtrack. I was like, that's kind of cool to put it in like, and not that the game's good, but that's kind of cool to hear that they try to put some like newer and some older artists in there.
I remember the Breakaway games on N64 and PlayStation. Breakaway 98. Those games were good.
I used to I used to put a lot of the
Oh, there you go. He was in the sequel to John Carpenter's Vampires.
Oh, okay.
See? Now you can see Bon Jovi kill vampires.
Well, there you go then.
Vampires with Bon Jovi, super goofy. The other star of the show is a teenager. Okay.
Pretty specific.
You gotta watch that movie now.
I guess so.
So you should do a meet and greet with John Carpenter, Anthony, and be like, Halo Infinite sucks.
you'd be like, oh yeah, it does.
Speaking of
He'll
John
put his cigarette
Carpenter,
down to agree with
Yeah.
they're making
start
another
coughing.
Halloween, and Danielle Harris has had talks with the Akkad
Yeah.
family.
She's been like wanting to do something for a while. Every time someone asks her about that stuff, she's always like, yeah, I mean, it's obviously up to like whatever they want to do.
So are they
I
going to
mean-
continue from Halloween 4
You know, they could.
and retcon 5 and 6?
They could do a show as well because those are popular now. Not that I would want to see that, but I feel like the Akkad family would do some wacky shit like that. They'd be like, yeah, we're going to do a show now because, you know, whatever. But I don't know. I think
Oh my god, I heard Phil Spencer's going to buy the rights for Halloween.
Microsoft's going to own Bloomhouse. This is going to be over.
If they continue Halloween 4, Harris would have to be the killer.
Yeah.
They could do that and piss
'Cause then
everybody
five
off.
would never happen because 5 retcon 4 technically, like the very end, they changed it. They didn't retcon everything, but they just made it to where she wakes up mute in the hospital, and it's like, come on, the ending was not that. It was supposed to be, you know, the turn happening. It sucked. They never continued it like that.
I'm
But
still
that's the way
mad
these
that
movies are.
in Halloween Ends they didn't have any of the fucking masks from
No.
the third movie. It's like that tradition ended. It's like why?
But
It's
they'll use the
Halloween.
text. They'll use the font
Yeah,
from
well,
Halloween 3 in that movie because this one's the different one. Oh, but
Even
we're
though
not
the
going to
whole
use the
movie's
mask.
set up for it.
Yeah, it's like fuck you. And you showed the radio towers. Fuck you.
Ugh.
Yeah, but you could have made what was the guy's name? Corey.
Yeah.
You could have made the guy who made the masks his dad, and then
Could've
he
done
shows up at
anything,
the end.
sure.
Anything to make it more impactful.
I'm telling you, she should have killed him with the Halloween mask, or you should have found out that his mask was part of that.
Right.
They literally set it up for that for 3 movies.
I
and
know they
didn't do
fucking
it.
did, and they even admitted it. Daniel
Yeah, it's like,
McBride did an
why?
interview after the movie came out, admitting, "Yeah, we originally wrote that in the script." It's like, you fucking idiot.
Why didn't you have the balls to do it? It would have been
Should've done it.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
once in a lifetime opportunity, and you blew it.
We all would have been satisfied. At least way more than we
That
were.
would have
I
been the
think.
definitive ending.
Yeah.
But you
It's
know
like
them, they like to
perfect.
screw up definitive endings, so there you go.
Yep.
And just still my favorite out of the trilogy. Ends? You don't think 2018 was better?
2018, I think, is the best one.
Finally, more people are starting to appreciate Halloween 3. We've always
I love
appreciated
that
that
one.
movie.
People have been appreciating it for over 10 years now. It's like a cool thing to like
I
anyway.
like Friday 13th Part 5. Everyone hates it.
Same,
I think
same
it was
here.
a
I
great
love Part
idea.
5.
You drove Tommy crazy, and there was a fucking killer out there.
Part 5 was awesome.
And Tommy,
Yeah.
goes head to head with the killer, kind of. They kind of blew that one a little bit because he should have went head to head, but the fucking kid went head to head with him and killed him. Tommy got cut. And then the kid, he falls out the window, and then the guy flies out and gets friggin' impaled. It's like they should have came down to Tommy. This guy Jason was screwing with Tommy so badly.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that when they actually tried to do something different for those individual franchises, it did work. But
Well, that's what happens.
The receptions, the money didn't come in, so they're like, all right, left turn, let's change it.
Well, that's what happens when the fan base, and we see this today, nothing's changed.
No.
The fan base will bitch, oh, Michael Myers wasn't in it. And then they put Michael Myers there. It's the same movie, man.
Yep. Always.
Same thing with Jason. Jason's not in that movie. Oh, that's bullshit, man. Fuck that movie. They put Jason in the movie. Yeah, it was good, but it's the same movie.
Yeah,
They
like
try
when
to do
you're a
something
kid.
different.
You could have done
Yeah,
it. You can't win.
Like when you're a kid, you kind of like give into that mindset. Because when I was a kid, I always just I would watch and hear people say, "Yeah, no, Michael Myers isn't in that movie." I remember looking at the tape and I was like as a kid, I was like, "This doesn't even look like the
But
same."
the story ended.
Thing. Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't
didn't know
think
that as a kid.
people have horrible attention spans. The man was blown up in the second film.
Right.
That story arc was over.
Yeah. But see, I was so confused because I remember seeing the line of videos like on the rack, and then I saw 3, which looked completely different font, different text, and then I saw the Halloween 4 like cover with his face, and it's like he's back. So I was always like confused as to like why. And then when I rented them in order, I was like, oh, that makes sense, like, of like what they did. And then you learn about it like as you get older, like you watch behind the scenes featurettes and you learn about all these like reasons why they did what they did. But when you're a kid, you're just confused. And people on YouTube, like when I was growing up, would be like, oh, fuck Halloween 3. It doesn't have Michael Myers in it. Because that was the stigma for years. You didn't watch it, you didn't like it because
That was the point. He wasn't supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
He
But
blew
obviously
up.
like when you're a kid and you kind of believe those things, but then when you start to check things out for yourself and you kind of ignore that when you get older, and then you're like, oh yeah, I tend to like it. So I started to watch it probably, I think the first time I watched it was probably like 2009, 2010, and I was like, oh no, this is actually a really good movie. And then it feels like the last 10 years or 15 years, people are finally like, oh yeah, this is a great movie. But for a while, it seemed like people shit on 3 just as much as they shit on Part 5 of Friday the 13th. It's the same thing, you know?
Right. Well, they don't realize that they had turned that into an anthology film series, and 3 was a good film.
I remember when I saw John Carpenter.
They went back and
at
did the whole thing, and that was it. And then that's why you got 7,000 sequels that suck.
Yeah, exactly.
And reboots and remasters and retcons and timelines, and it's like ridiculous.
Oh my God,
it's fucking ridiculous.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
It should have been an anthology movie every Halloween. We should have had 35 Halloween movies already.
That would have been awesome.
Every year you get a different Halloween story. And
It
people would
fresh,
say
you could do it
people
different.
would say the Michael Myers one's the best because it was the first one. That's what they should have done. But no,
And they still could have brought him back a bunch of times within those anthologies, but just
could have
also
had the mask
still
hanging on the wall or something.
Yeah.
And then you could have done one, on the 10th or 20th anniversary or even the 30th anniversary where a guy he's a copycat Michael Myers where he grabs the mask and starts killing people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you have like the grandson of fucking Loomis chasing this guy down.
Yeah, it's still in that universe.
Like this guy killed my grandfather. I'm gonna go after this guy. I don't know who he is, but I'm going after him.
Yeah, it's just an ever revolving door of like generations, like because it doesn't stop. It's
or he goes after Loomis's granddaughter or something, like the Loomis family when they have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
It could have been great. But, we could say that now 30, 40 years later. So
yeah.
They literally could have been all different and did something totally different, like slasher, the mask thing. They could have done like ghost stuff. They could have done everything.
Yeah, I remember when I went to Comic-Con back in the day, like 2014, and I went to like the John Carpenter Q&A, and I have it recorded up on my film channel. It's still up there, but someone I don't think they realized that John Carpenter worked on Halloween 3, so he kind of dogged it right in front of him, like John Carpenter. And I was just like, oh man, little does he know, because he just sat there like what, he didn't say anything, but he's just kind of Dude, it's just
you're
funny.
not a horror fan if you don't like that film. That film literally gave you everything that a horror fan would need for a movie, and
you can. When you pop that movie in or watch it, you can taste the candy corn. It's it's so Halloween. There's something about it where it's it just, between the music, when it turns fall, I'll put that CD in my car.
The fucking box art for all the movies, all the releases, it's called Season of the Witch, and you're like, is there really a witch in this movie?
That's what confused me.
You know what I mean? Because you see the face and you're like, holy shit.
When I was a kid, I saw the kids, because the front cover was the 3 kids on the hill, and it was all orange, and I was like, "What is this?" It really it kind of brought me to eventually watch it, because I was always like, "What is this Halloween 3? It looks so different." But yeah, I got the 4K. The 4K looks great, and that soundtrack I put in my car every fall, and I just let it play because I love that soundtrack so much. It's a great soundtrack, and
it's kind of like when we drive through the hood and we play the Law and Order song.
Anthony's driving around.
Yeah. Yep. You'll just hear the crazy synths, and it's so.
I remember we did that, and Eli was
so
dying.
Great. Oh, that was funny.
That was funny.
Oh man,
it looked, when we're driving through, it looked like the intro. Where we were driving. It literally looks like we're in the show.
Did you get a chance to play Twisted Metal?
Yeah, I platinumed the first one.
Oh, nice.
The other night, I just sat down and I was like, I'll play this for a couple minutes, and I got addicted to it, and I just beat it.
Damn. Did you beat it with cheats or?
No. So I didn't want to. I wanted to get the trophies, and I know it was weird about the cheats. So what I did was, I beat it just regularly because you got to get all the levels,
right? And
most of the other ones just unlocked as I was playing through. So then when I beat it the first time, no problem, and then by the end of it, I saw, okay, you got to beat it as everybody. So then I used the password to just skip to the final fight and beat it 8 times, and that was it. But I used to play it when it was current. I used to play it on my PS1. I had the screen in the car, and I even had the other one before that. But I used to play them back in the day, and I haven't played them since. So it's been like probably 20 years since I played those games.
Yeah, definitely play 2 and then play Twisted Metal Black, because that's probably the best one.
Black I had, but I never really like got into. I never beat it back then because I was
Right.
on to like other stuff. So I'm definitely gonna play that on the PS5.
That's easily, I think, the best one. Just because it's so much more like serious and like fucked up, but like it's so much more realistic with
Yeah.
like how they like had everything like worked on those PS2 graphics. Still my favorite PS2 game. I fucking
Really?
love that game. Yeah, that's my favorite game on that console. And it should be $10. I mean, I know it goes on sale. It could even be on the
I think
service.
it's like $10, but
Yeah, but I bought it on the PS4 and I have it reinstalled because I have to. I think it's one of those games that doesn't have a platinum, but you could still like complete it basically. So
Yeah.
there's one more trophy I have to get, which is like to unlock Minion, but you have to beat the game with everybody. So I have to kind of go through and like do that, But yeah, it's such a cool thing to go back and play these games.
I forgot how good they were. I loved those games when they were like out. I remember playing split screen with my friends and like just playing all of them. Even Small Brawl I loved. I just loved all of them.
Yeah, I think the first car combat game I played was Vigilante 8 because that's
I rented that game for
Yeah,
N64, I think.
because I think my dad just had that hanging around, and I was like, all right, that's interesting. And then got 4, got 3, got 2, got 1. So I went backwards with Twisted Metal, but I still was really. And then like Twisted Metal Black probably just came out around that time. So when I got around to the PS2, it like blew my mind, like seeing those physics between like the blocky, like stuff on the PS1, and then but I was still always playing them, doing multiplayer, split screen, like those are always fun. And then when I saw the upscales on this, I was like, oh man, this looks
great.
like, really improved. You have the save state too, which is great. Like
the rewind is what helped me
Oh my
beat it because
God,
literally I would like screw
something
up
would
and I'd
mess
just
up.
go, bloop.
Boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop. Yep, because
That's how I did it. So I kind of
Yeah.
cheated, but not really. Like you know.
I mean, it's easier. And like same thing when I was playing Siphon Filter, anytime I'd fail a mission, I didn't have to sit there and watch, the screen fade to black, and then
Just
I gotta
rewind.
It's just rewind.
Yep.
And I think right now, like with all the resurgence of the show, well, the show not resurging, but the franchise itself, the name resurging, I guess I should say, and then the show being along with that, we really need a new game. I think we're due for one. I think they got to come out and say, hey, we're working on this shit, because come on, man, like you have all this stuff coming out, you're creating this hype.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Jamie on, what's up? What's going on,
up?
brother? Hope everything's doing good. Vigilante 8 Road Trip were 2 cool car combat games along with Twisted Metal. I think Twisted Metal Black is on sale right now. Law and Order should have a Halloween spin-off of Michael Myers. I should be happy enough that they got a second Halloween. So many different ways to do it. 2018 was decent, but ends felt more fresh. So, I don't know. What else?
Yeah,
do you
we're
have
just
in
we're just talking
news?
about Twisted Metal.
So
but
Twisted Metal, yeah. It's
Yeah.
good that they brought it back. It should bring more games back on PlayStation 1 on the 5. But what are you going to do?
I
Yeah,
hope
like
so.
Perry said when he was streaming, he's like, what people should just be able to turn on their console and play this thing. It took them this long to do this, and that's when it makes you think about like all the stuff that just should already be on there, and also why did it take so long, and also why they're still doing this crappy service thing of like putting it behind
Just
that.
put the fucking
sub
games
wall.
on it. I mean, how?
Put 'em on,
Listen, I
yeah.
know I'm cursing and getting mad here, but seriously, you are PlayStation.
Right. And you don't have to
Station's
do
in the
trophies
name.
for every game. I don't care about trophies on every game.
Who the hell
You know
cares
what I
about
mean?
trophies? Screw that.
Yeah, just put it on, because not every PS1 game has trophies either. Director's Cut, Tekken 2,
Let me
they
tell
don't
you
have
something.
trophies.
That machine, that PlayStation, you shouldn't be getting off that machine. You should be on that machine all day long. Okay?
Right.
With all the content that they have in their library that they're not putting out, they're afraid that you're going to play the old games and not play the new ones. That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah, because their
And
mentality
that's like a
last gen
stupid
was
way
they
to
didn't
go
care.
about it, because I bought a 5 to play 5 games, but I'd like to play my original stuff too.
Yeah, or shit that you paid for to be honored. Not that that's so hard to figure
You
out.
don't steal
but
from the Japanese. We keep saying that, but it's true.
It's so true.
You can't save that 50 cents or $1. Shame on you. You know?
You
It's like, come on.
don't steal from the PS5 Black. Yeah, well, Jamie on the Slim's coming out, so we'll see.
The one thing I will say that is cool is the share play thing with the playing.
Yeah, I was
two-player.
able to play
That's cool.
split screen with Abo on Twitch
Yeah.
Middle too.
That's the one thing I will give them for that. That's
Xbox
pretty
tried
cool.
to do it, but they fucked up.
Yeah, for PS1 games, that's like really funny because you can have some fun with that, and not have to be in the same room. So that's cool. Kind of like playing them online, but not really. But you are. It's just like there's a little input lag, but it's nothing that's too.
I didn't feel any input lag.
Well, the last time I tried it was on the PS4, so it's been a long time.
Well, yeah, it's a different story. They probably refined that. PlayStation 4 sucks.
Thank God it's dead. Kind of.
It's still on sale. And now we're going to hear that too. Well, the PS4 outsold the Xbox One. Yeah, because the Xbox One ditched itself in 2020. The PS4 is still on sale.
It had like 5 extra years by the time it goes away.
I got so many games I want for the... You?
Ooh,
I can't read because of the stupid heart. Switch 2 leaks. Yeah, we're hearing Switch 2 again for friggin' April.
Don't believe there's leaks, but they're fake. There's
I think it'll be out in April, but I don't know these leaks, and I don't care about the leaks.
No, it's bullcrap.
We'll know the leaks when we get there.
Yeah,
when it gets closer to launch, we'll know. I saw box art. I saw these like circular Joy-Cons that go in a sleeve.
It's bullcrap.
But it's bullshit because the box says like Max on it, but the other box doesn't say Max. So you totally know somebody put their name
and
on
the pictures featured on it are all Switch games. There's no wouldn't you feature like new stuff if it was?
Yeah, exactly. It's all the old stuff.
Yeah, so don't believe those, but it is coming.
My current Switch games, I don't know, man. It might be all digital.
I hope so, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it.
Nintendo might really screw everybody over this time.
And it would not surprise me if they do that.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I wanted to also bring this up if it's cool. The Exoprimal, I did play it.
Oh man, what's wrong with you, man? Because of people like you, we're not getting Dino Crisis.
No, Regina. What the hell? No. Yeah, no. I played it for a couple hours.
You play Exoprimal, you're not getting Vagina. Forget about Regina.
Oh no. Oh man.
Oh god. What a dumb joke.
It's a pretty solid multiplayer game.
Look at this guy.
I thought it was unnecessarily.
Dude, when I went on your channel fucking ripped me apart when I said maybe you should try it.
I didn't even see that.
I was streaming with you. People were like, what are you talking about, man? Dino Crisis.
Perry's like, just try it for free on Game Pass.
Fuck y'all. All right?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to play it anyway. And no, I mean, I didn't see anybody that was at least close to me saying that don't try it, but,
No, when I was on your stream, I said, maybe you guys should check it out. And people shit all over me for that. They said I was fucking stupid. And if they wanted to hear my opinion, they just watch your review or something. It's like, fuck off.
I don't remember that.
Play games and enjoy games, you bitch.
Especially if it's on Game Pass, just try it. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
but they would have to go out and buy a PlayStation.
And
they'd rather spend $5,000 on bullshit instead of playing a $200 Xbox.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I mean,
your allegiance to a plastic box.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. You can check it out. It is a little complicated. There is some stuff you have to learn. But I was playing it just for the couple hours that I did, just so I can obviously talk about it.
Back from the Dead played it. Dreadpool played it.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's probably better if you're with a squad, but I could see it getting old pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I've only played for a couple hours though, so I'll see if I can complete the missions that are in the game. They're not really missions, just more like you have to beat X amount of maps. There's different variations of things, but yeah, a lot of the the combat, it's a lot of the similar stuff where you have to have your support classes, and then you have the exosuits that do the different abilities and stuff like that. So they try to like make it a little bit more unique than just like you're just shooting dinosaurs.
Right.
But a lot of it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Like you kind of forget that you're even just like, because the dinosaurs just like evaporate, like the small dinosaurs. Then they have the big ones that are like a little bit more tankier. It's kind of like Monster Hunter mixed with dinosaurs and co-op, because it's like you're hunting the dinosaurs basically, and this AI dude is like spawning them in these like holes that just appear. So it's kind of like, you're on these dino, whatever they call them. They call it something, I forget. But yeah, I played it for a little bit. Capcom sent me like a thing to check out like the season pass and stuff like that. So I redeemed it. So I have the game. Shame on me for actually redeeming it. But yeah, I have it on Xbox, and I would say it's definitely a Game Pass game. I don't think you should spend $70 on this if you're on PlayStation, to be honest. But like maybe that seems like harsh for me to say if I've only played it for a couple hours. But I think this is a
harsh.
game
You're being honest. You're not being like one of these stupid people. Yeah, you should check it out. Pay full price.
I mean, because it's just like, even if it's a fun multiplayer game, I just don't think that a multiplayer only game should be full price like that.
No.
Like a Game Pass alternative to play something like this, where it's multiplayer, where you can play with your friends, is the best
subscription service for a games as a service game. Sounds good to me.
Exactly. And they have microtransactions, like you can
That's
pay
how they're gonna make their money.
That you could pay for your skins if you don't have the season pass and all that stuff. There's still stuff that I don't even get with the season pass. I mean, like, I have it, but like you still have to.
$80.
I don't just get everything.
Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Back from the Dead says much better with friends. As you level up and unlock mods, it gets better. See?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is I want to play it. I want to give it a chance. Like, it takes time because, again, when you're solo queuing, you don't know who you're ganging up with. Like, you don't know who is going to take it seriously, or like, if you do play, you can get crushed by the other enemy team because they're spawning dinosaurs. So it's like you actually have to win to do the missions that they have. So it does take time, but it's not like it's I don't know, just something that they lazily kind of piece together. It runs fantastic on the RE engine, smooth 60 frames. I get no dips with all that shit happening on screen. Playing on the Series X, I had no problem, to be honest with you.
You played on Xbox. Wasn't made for that controller.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. It's
made for the Switch controller.
Yeah, it was made for Switch only in 10 frames. Because there's a lot going on screen. So the RE engine is fantastic. I think the different dinosaur types are cool. The characters are just kind of there. They're kind of like placeholder characters, and then you create your own character that doesn't have your character doesn't talk. It's just kind of like a shell, like you make your character, but it's, there's no actual dialogue. So, leave Xbox alone. Exactly. Leave it alone.
Look at those DualSense.
Look at the DualSense.
Well, you can use these on a PS2.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
That adapter that I got. No lag, no cutouts. It runs fine.
That's awesome.
So you can use a PlayStation 5 controller on a PlayStation 2.
That's the thing too. For Dreamcast, no, not the Dreamcast, not that controller. No.
Well, he's saying 4X, meaning the Xbox. That's what they call the Xbox.
Oh, really?
The Dreamcast 4.
Dreamcast 4.
Now leave me alone.
Now leave me alone.
How dare you ask me to go back outside?
How dare you ask me to sign up for Game Pass?
That's totally a Japanese guy in RE3. Because when you go to, like, open the thing, he goes, I told you! I'm not coming out!
I love that that's the same voice actor as Nemesis. That's so funny. He's like playing like a guy yelling, and then he's just playing Nemesis.
Well, what are you gonna do? No, the fourth Dreamcast.
Dreamcast 4.
No, the way. of the fourth Dreamcast. But yeah, I mean, I would say check it out. It's on Game Pass. You don't really have a reason to not check it out, but definitely, I would say queue up with some friends for Exoprimal.
Yeah,
and
we're
you'll have
gonna
a good
try that
time.
at some point. It's just
Yeah,
we
let
got
me
bit
know.
by the Call of Duty bug.
Yeah, let me know, and we could play
I'll
it.
let you
and
know.
I'll try to play it with some Patreon supporters too. That'll be kind of cool to get the community
Yeah,
involved.
donate money to our Patreon. You can play with Anthony.
Yeah, it's a fun time waster, that's for sure, because it does kind of go by quick when you're playing, and I was entertained by it. I wasn't bored. I just want to make sure that as I progress, the missions get a little bit more different, because I don't want it to be the same exact thing for whatever this story is, the loose story that's in here. That's all I'm saying. So I want to give it some more time, but no excuse to not check it out. So,
Leave Xbox alone.
well, I guess can we talk about that, because that is also in the news. Gold is dead.
Yeah, Xbox
It's
Live
dead.
Gold, which we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
Jamie,
not really
take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
take care. It's not really dead per se. They just kind of merged it with a different
We
name.
knew that
Like,
was going to happen. We just didn't know when. They originally tried a couple of years ago when they raised the price, and everyone got outraged for no reason. It's
Yeah.
like, guys, they raised the price so you would pick Ultimate over regular Gold.
Yeah, exactly.
But they did it wrong because they didn't realize their audience was stupid and not pick up on that. And they went back on that and changed all that.
Now it's core.
Now it's core, but the one that's $1 more has no online, so figure that one out. The $9.99 core has online. The $10.99 game, whatever it's called, does not have online.
That's ridiculous.
And then the $9.99 PC one is just for the games. And then Ultimate has both online and the games and PC. So I don't know. Wouldn't you just make it $10.99 and call
Yeah.
that one core?
I didn't know they were doing that with that middle thing.
It's the second one, yeah. It's stupid. It's $1
Yeah,
more and
they-
you get no online. But if you have core, it's $1 less than you get online. So figure that out. Anyway,
You get 25 great games.
or you have to pay for the whole Apple to get Ultimate.
Yeah. Just the core.
Well, I'm saying the one after core is $1 more, but it has no online. And it has more features, so I don't understand. Like,
Just merge it together. And
wouldn't you just have the 3 tiers?
that's what you'd think, but
That's
Who
what
the
I
hell
thought it
wants
was.
Game Pass with no online? They'll pay the extra $1 for the online. I
Yeah,
don't
especially because the game that they're checking out, like Exoprimal or something that's multiplayer based, why wouldn't you want to have
They
that?
should have
Because there's
just
a
moved.
lot of games
They should have
like
did
that.
$10.99, $9.99 for PC, and $16.99 for Ultimate.
That's what I
yes.
thought it was.
No,
But
there's
now you're
4
saying there's a
tiers. There's
different one.
core, then there's console, which has no online,
Oh my god.
and then there's PC, and
Console.
then there's Ultimate.
Console core.
It's alright. We all got Ultimate, so we're good.
Yeah, like at that point, you
We got
guys
it
should.
stacked, but the stacking's not going to work anymore. So rest in
Nope.
peace to stacking.
What do you mean stack is not going to work? The fuck?
You can't stack gold because there's no gold.
Oh, I thought you meant Ultimate. I was like, we can
You
still
can
stack,
stack
Ultimate.
Ultimate all you want, but you're
Yeah,
going to
'cause
pay
those cards go
more
on
than what
sale.
you're going to get.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
cards
Black
do go on
Friday is
sale.
that's when you grab the Ultimate cards. Every Black
Yeah.
Friday.
It's just good to put money aside for around that time when you know you're gonna re-up those subscriptions. So, like we always say, you got to shop smart and you can save some money on this shit. You don't got to put your debit card in and have them charge it every month. You know, you can save some dough, and especially me because I don't like having my cards on like file.
Yeah, me
you know,
too.
So,
Because you don't know what's going to happen, like Jeff.
like it's easy. Like
Might have
I know it's
$600
easy, but I
missing.
try not to do it. Yeah, exactly. And then you cancel the renewal, but then it renews anyway, and you're like, what is
Yeah, I
this?
did that. You know, okay, so I set up my wife's friend with Xbox Live with Game Pass Ultimate for a year. I did I bought the 1 year and then I did the dollar conversion. And it said like add a card for an extra month. So I did that. And then I turned off recurring. Okay? I just found out for a year it's been fucking billing my card. almost a year. So I lost $150 because my card was, for whatever reason, even though I turned off reoccurring, it turned back on somehow. So, yeah, watch out. Because I was getting billed every month. I was like, why am I getting billed? And I checked my account, my wife's account, and they're like, we're stacked. We're good till like another year or two. And then I kept going through the accounts and I found that one. I was like, oh shit.
That sucks.
That does suck.
Damn.
They need to stop that recurring shit.
Yeah. I'd rather go on and they're like,
They
yo,
got in
you're
trouble
not
for
paid
that
up.
too a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Or CD keys. Yeah, CD keys is good. But for Ultimate, usually Target on Black Friday is good.
Yep.
Target on Black Friday, they usually have like, you could get like 6 months of gold for like $40 or something sometimes.
Yeah. That's usually what it is.
Yep. Gotta shop
No
smart.
more Xbox Live.
I buy
Well,
gold.
it wasn't Xbox Live anyway. They changed the name to Xbox Network a couple of years
Yeah.
ago. But yeah, I mean, we all still call it live. We're still probably going to call it live. It's going to take
Yeah.
a while. It was live for 20 years.
Yep.
That's a brand in itself. I don't
Yeah.
know why they just didn't keep it.
We know what it means, but kids years from now won't know what live is.
You know what else is going after
gonna-
20 years?
It's going to be like AOL. What's
What's that?
AOL? What? What's leaving?
Major Nelson is also gone after 20
Oh,
years.
Who
yeah.
cares?
Listen, I
Speaking
got
of-
crushed
That
by
guy's
these
still tweeting
Xbox
about Xbox.
podcasts.
He's okay.
There's so many Xbox podcasts. I'm suffocating.
He went
I
to
can't
go
do
spend
this.
You
time
know
with
what's
his
fucking
family.
funny though? The Xbox podcasts, like the ones that like Dreadpool are on, they did higher numbers than that guy's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy
But
was the
like you
official
said,
Xbox.
they never
You
promoted
got
it.
mail.
Got mail.
You got screwed.
I remember when people would log on, they'd have their, their calling card, like the sounds,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Nick used to have it just on. You just hear it all the time. Like, it's just so funny. Like, one was like the beginning of like a Disturbed song or a Creed song, like when someone would sign on, or like, it was just funny, like funny shit.
Oh man,
People
I
don't know
remember
about
my
that.
mom was at work once, right? And she was in like a big office. And I had the aim sounds. And you could hit the eyeball to show up as online or offline. So I kept hitting it, but it was the guy screaming. So I would
no.
hit the eyeball over and over again, and she called me. She's like, "Stop!" The whole office is screaming. All you hear in the office is Oh man,
That's funny as hell.
I miss AIM.
Me too.
Yeah, I caught the very early days of that. Well, not early days, but like early 2000s, in the middle of that era,
Yeah.
because we got our first PC in 2000, so that's kind of when I got exposed to that.
Harry and I were there when it died. We were together live streaming. Or well, I don't even know if we're live streaming it. We're recording.
No, I think we were live streaming.
When did they
Were
kill
we?
it?
2016,
I don't remember.
right? Something like that.
Well, they moved. If you want to use actual AOL, you needed to buy AOL Gold, which was like $10 a month, and I was like, I'm not paying anymore.
That different than AOL Core, or no? I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to use the desktop software, but then we found out there was a glitch because if you signed into AIM, you got to sign into the desktop software as well, without paying for it. So they screwed something up there.
Sad that it's gone now.
Yeah, and they could make so. Dude, look at Messenger. They could have had AIM as a Messenger app. They
Oh,
could have
yeah.
made so much money. But Verizon
Yep.
bought all that shit, and they don't want nothing to do with it. So, like, they bought Yahoo, AOL.
Yeah.
It's all one thing now.
Remember they used to send discs through the mail. Be like AOL 9, AOL 10, whatever it was.
We
It'd
used
be
to
like
go
the
to. There
number.
was a place in the White Plains. It wasn't the White Plains Galleria. What's that thing called? What's the new mall that they built?
Oh,
The Westchester. The Westchester
yeah.
Mall. We used to go in there. They had Cybersmith where we used to play games at. Like we would take the bus, me and my friends. Go up to Cybersmith, play games all day. They had Sega Saturn. They had everything there.
That's cool.
You bought a card with time on it, and you could play N64. We play GoldenEye 4-player. They had Sega Saturn with the network adapter. You could go online with the Sega Saturn. They had everything, all the games. They had a huge display of AOL discs. We used to just take all the discs because it said free. It said free, take one, and we took all the discs, and we would just slide the thing down and use them as blank discs.
There you go.
Yeah, because they would come in the jewel case. So you just pop them out, use it as a PS1 case or anything.
Well, no, okay. So AOL had floppy disks. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we took all the
Floppies,
free
I think.
floppies, pushed the little thing down. It's got like a little, and you can write over the discs. So that's what we did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, then they had the CDs at some point. They would
Yeah, it was
mail
more
them out and all that stuff.
Early 2000s. Yeah, they kept spamming
And
you.
then when I worked at CompUSA, they're like, oh, you got to sign customers up for AOL. We need at least 50 AOLs a day. I'm like, nobody's in here. We can get 50 AOLs a
50
day.
a day.
We got
Everyone
like
had
2 a
it.
month. It was Best Buy who was signing everybody up for AOL.
Yeah, because if you're selling a computer, it's easy. Like if you're just selling
Well, we would
like
sell people computers at Comp, but they wouldn't buy the modems. So like, I don't
yeah.
need AOL. I'm good because that's when everything was separate. I sold a guy a computer. I was working at merchandising. I was working in merchandising. I need something to drink. And I sold a guy a computer, and he bought a modem. And I was like, look, you pop the panel open, you plug the card in. Nah, I don't want to mess with it. So, he wanted to sign up for a tech to come to his house. I was like, all right, whatever. But I remember I brought the computer to the guy's car. The guy gave me money, so he gave me like a tip for helping him out.
That's cool.
I always liked
like-
when that happened.
Because I explained to him like
yeah.
how you set it up and all this stuff, and
Yeah, he saw you took the time,
yeah, that was cool. But
Good old days.
yeah, they were the good old days. I remember one guy tried to return a laptop because he lived near the Westchester Airport. And he's like, I'm not getting good signal, so I'm returning the whole thing. And my manager was like, dude, you bought this computer knowing you live near the airport. You knew there was going to be interference.
Yeah, that was back when that was more of a thing that could happen.
But the guy he tried returning the computer with all his information on it.
It's like, dude, you got to wipe this.
Because he's trying to show them, like, see, it works here, but it won't work at my house.
Don't worry, we'll just steal your information. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know. It was different back then. Nobody cared.
No.
Now everybody cares that your information is being stolen, but your phone is also stealing your shit, too.
Yep.
No,
But
I
we
buy
just
the new
ignore
phone.
that.
I don't
Download
buy
TikTok,
information
yeah.
online. This guy got you, man.
It's easy to just ignore it. That's what we do.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Smartphones open the door.
Well, yeah. That's why they're selling. They're sold and all that stuff. It's crazy.
We sold ourselves for convenience.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's go
Nintendo,
back
right?
then.
I heard about a story. Nintendo apparently found some missing kid through his Switch.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that story? Because I only read the headline.
Yes. It was a girl who was kidnapped, and the kidnapper let her play her Switch. And when she went online, people saw that she logged in, and they tracked the IP, and they found her.
Good.
So, but yeah, thank God for that.
Well, that's the good part about being followed by everybody.
Yeah. True, it's good and bad, It's like
It's like
there's
everything
both
else out
sides to
there.
it.
Look at the
Yeah.
internet. It was a great invention, but people use it for a lot of bad.
It
A lot of
was
good
like
and bad.
it was like an achievement of mankind and like science and knowledge, and now it's just people fighting over stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. Well,
Whatever.
Please, let's
That's
not
what
fight over
happens.
Jim Ryan.
dude, they're fighting about this shit right now.
Right now as we speak.
Yep.
Even though Xbox has Activision, they still have no game. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. They still have no games.
They bought
Get
they
the
bought
fuck outta
Activision
here.
with daddy's money.
Daddy's money.
Yeah, they
They're
bought.
corporations.
I know, but people are just stupid. Like, oh, they just bought the games. They didn't make them.
The AIM
like,
chat rooms
okay.
were great. They sure were. I don't know, man. People are stupid. Are you really that like hung up for $200 to buy a Series S?
It's the principle of the thing. I don't want that in my house.
Well, that's your fucking problem. I guess you don't like games then.
Yep.
They have Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, King, and they still have no game. Yeah, exactly.
Activision Heart Blizzard, actually. No, I'm just kidding.
They think that if they keep saying it, it's going to be true.
Ah, man.
Well, when Crash Bandicoot 5 and Tony Hawk 10 is on the Xbox,
And Spyro.
and
Tony
Spyro
Hawk 10.
5 or 4.
4. When they frame boost those collections and add them to Game Pass and all that, it's gonna be great.
No, they have no games, Frank. Come on.
Those don't count though.
These people
Nobody
are
wants
demented,
to play
man.
old
They really
games.
have a mental problem and they're demented. They're sick in the fucking head. Every time I read these tweets, I'm like, these people are fucking dumb. There's
Well,
something mentally wrong with these people.
The lengths they go to try to like prove their point is insane.
Well, Sony's gonna buy Take-Two. Well, guess what? They still got no games because Grand Theft Auto is gonna be on every machine. No, they're making exclusive.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is going to be exclusive.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna love that, considering how much money they made on 5.
Yeah, they're really going to cut out half their revenue like that.
Dude, 5 is still making them too much money. Like, to
Yeah.
this day, it's still making them a shit ton of money. That's why they're taking their time with 6. They don't care. They got
Why
the
not
cash
make
cow
more
on
money?
5. It's like John Cena we talked about earlier with Vince. Cena's just bringing the money in. Vince doesn't give a shit.
Yep.
You're not going to get another wrestler. What I'm actually worried about is they still take forever for release their games. We're going to have to wait about 10 years from now. So
No.
they're keeping the studios. And they're letting the studios do their own thing.
Yeah,
I think
it's
the
gonna
next
be
one
fun.
will come out in maybe 2 years, maybe. Not including the expansion.
Well, the expansion's considered another game, even though we all know it's expansion.
Yeah.
It's like God of War Ragnarok. It's DLC, but we know it's... They're saying it's not
Yeah.
DLC, but it is.
You'll get something that isn't Modern Warfare in 2 years, probably.
Yeah.
Something else.
I think they'll reboot Black Ops.
They
Oh
should.
yeah, I think they'll see
Or
a
did
lot
they do
of.
that already? Cold War.
No.
Is Cold War a reboot?
Kind of.
It kind of is. I mean, it kind of took over,
Well, then Advanced Warfare would be rebooted.
but
Advanced
know.
Warfare will be 10 in 2 years, won't it? Was that 2015?
God, don't say that. No, that's 2014.
Oh,
It was
so
right when
in
the machines came out.
another year it'll be 10.
I think it was
I beat that
2014
game.
because Ghost was
I like that.
2013,
Yep.
and then 2014 was Advanced Warfare. That was actually the one Call of Duty I platinumed. I didn't platinum a lot of Call of Duties. That was the one that like I actually platinumed.
Advanced Warfare is 10 next year. There you go.
Okay.
It's going to be Modern Warfare 3, yeah.
Yeah, it got leaked.
That was one I played online for a little
The
bit.
semi
Advanced Warfare.
reboot took place in the same continuity as Black Ops. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that, but that's good to know. I mean, I had a feeling, but I didn't know for sure. So that's good. I'm just not up on my COD story. Shit.
Yeah, I got to go
but
back and play some of those campaigns.
The early ones were probably the best
Black
ones.
Ops 3 had fucking Christopher Maloney in it.
Yeah.
From Law and Order, that guy?
I don't remember if I beat that one, but I played a little bit of it.
Was 3 on? 3 was on PS4, right?
Yeah,
I think
it
that
was
was the one
on
that was on.
Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah,
It's the 4th game that nobody plays because it was online only, and there's nothing there.
that's the one I didn't play. Okay.
That's like Warzone on disc.
I get 3 and 4 like blurred together.
Yeah, no. Let's
I
just say
remember
4
my dad
doesn't
was
exist.
really bummed that year when I told him, because he only plays campaign, and I was like, oh yeah, this year's Call of Duty doesn't have a campaign. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna play Battlefield, but he just played something else, but he was
Right.
super disappointed. Like, but that's not their audience now. It's like there's people that play the campaign, but like obviously everyone jumps on Warzone and multiplayer, unfortunately. But
Mason.
Mason. Look at the numbers, Mason. The numbers.
Mason.
There's a scary jump scare in that game.
There is.
That's very scary. Yeah, it's like when he's just sitting at the table, and it like flashes. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want us to get thrown off of YouTube, but it flashes and like it's scary because you see your guy with the hands on the table and then he just has a gun in his hand, but it's like a very like loud scream happens. It's very like it's a very weird
They
game.
ripped off Fear.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, they're gonna own Fear, so Fear's gonna go in digital.
Oh.
Fear really has to come back, man. That's something that
I'm sure
really
they'll bring
needs
it
to come
back. Well, I
Really
don't know
needs to
who
come
owns the
back.
rights now. WB, I think, owns the rights for 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 2 and 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
But
3 was what 10
Activision
years
did
ago.
Activision did the first game, so they're gonna own that.
Yeah, I mean, at least do the first one, or if you're gonna, remaster it to eventually reboot it or something, do something. Because Fear 3 was literally 2011, so over 10 years ago.
They're gonna own Prototype. We need Prototype 3, says Alchemist. I never
Day
played
one
those games.
Day One Studios did Fear 3, the developers, and that was their last game that they developed.
Right, but
It's not-
Activision has the rights for that game. They don't have the
Yeah,
rights for the other ones.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
Warner
Warner
Brothers
Brothers. Yeah.
And they're all backwards compatible. But Activision, for whatever reason, didn't have it digital on the Xbox store. So I'm sure that's going to go into Game Pass.
So Monolith,
Unless I'm wrong.
Right. Okay, so Monolith developed the first 2 Fears, but then Warner Brothers, like you said, they started owning it after 2, and they did 3 as
Yeah.
well. So I guess Monolith stopped really making it after 2, and then they gave it to a different team.
Well,
with
what
3.
happened was they lost the rights. So they created Project Fear.
No, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that ended up becoming Fear 2 because Warner Brothers picked it up. That's why it's called Fear 2 Project Fear or something stupid.
Ah, okay.
Because originally Project Fear was going to be its own game. It was
Yeah, I
gonna be
never
like
got
a
into the second one.
spiritual successor to the original game, but then they picked it up at the last second.
Yeah, I didn't. I never played 2, so I'd like to check it out.
2 is digital. It's backwards compatible. 2 and 3. They usually
One
go on
is
sale for
the-
like $5.
1 is backwards, but you need the disc still.
Yeah, I have it. I have it in the closet. But if
That's what made me rebuy
if they own it now that they bought Activision, that's going to go up.
Yeah,
So that'll be good.
Project Origin, that's what it was called.
Project
Fear 2,
Origin, there
Project
you go.
Origin.
Yeah, it was originally Project Origin when they lost the license for Fear, and then Warner Brothers ended up picking it up. So that's
And
why
they
it's
just-
Fear 2 Project
They
Origin.
just slapped Fear 2 on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks though, because when it's something like that that has some pretty cool stuff in it and potential, it always gets screwed up with like rights and shit. But now, like you said, now it's time for some of this shit to come back, It's not just on the Sony side of stuff. It needs to, there's a lot of shit that now
They're
that
going to kill
Microsoft
Sony. At the end of the day, they're going to kill PlayStation. PlayStation can't compete. Now, there are
Well,
things PlayStation
in the
can
long
do to, like, fix themselves, but they don't want to do it. We've seen it.
Yeah. It's just like the repetition,
They're in their own groove. They put themselves in their own groove. Like the VR thing. Why the fuck would you sell this VR thing? Are you stupid? You're selling this thing for more money than the console.
I really want to know how it's doing. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not doing
'Cause
anything
like,
because we don't hear about it.
yeah. RE4 VR doesn't even have a release date
If you
yet.
wanna
Yeah,
do
you
the-
have Village, but like that's it.
That's it. It's not worth $600.
And Horizon, which like I guess if you really want to play Horizon
well, you're
VR,
climbing mountains the whole time. I could just do that in Halo Infinite.
yeah, you don't got to put a helmet on either.
No.
You just fucking you got Chief's helmet, but that's in the game. You don't got to actually put one on. You just fucking grapple.
The VR should have been fucking $399, and they should have had a bunch of good games with it. And that should have been it. What's this $650 bullshit?
Yeah.
Like they do things to hinder themselves, and I don't understand it. They've done that for years. It's nothing new. They did it with the Vita. They did it with all this other shit.
Even the VR 1, it was the same situation where it was too soon, and they were asking people so much money, and the game library
and they cheapened
was
out
shit.
at the end because they were supposed to have dual lenses, and then they used one big lens. That's why it was blurry in the beginning.
Yep.
And they screwed everybody because they had the version 2 of the first headset that had HDR.
Yeah.
But then on Black Friday, they were clearancing out the fucking V1s, but not telling anybody. So if you bought the $199 Gran Turismo VR bundle, you got screwed. You got the original model. But if you bought the Skyrim bundle, you got the version 2. The VR 2. VR 2 of the PS4 VR. But, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All the crappy tactics that they've used over the last few years. But yeah, eventually Xbox is going to knock them out. They have to go back to the drawing board and figure this out. Or else they're going to get knocked out of the competition, just like Sega was. They knocked Sega out.
Yeah.
So it's like
always
Blockbuster.
happen.
Blockbuster put all the mom and pop places out of business. Then what happened? Netflix came along and knocked out Blockbuster. It's just the way that this shit goes.
The cycle.
Yeah,
Yep.
someone's always going to do something better than you, unless you innovate, and they haven't done that.
Yeah, Microsoft's preparing for 10, 20 years down the line. Sony's thinking about now, and it's just not going to...
Yeah, but it's Sony's thinking about now, but in a backward sense.
Right.
They need to get with it, but it's Japan. It's fucking Japan that's doing it.
It's
like
funny.
they did with Sega. Sega of Japan, they put the brakes to Sega of America to the point where they both couldn't get it done. If they would have just worked together, that thing would have been going on still. But
I just watched an interview with Jim Ryan where he's like, it was when the PS4 was coming out, and he was like laughing in the interview, and he's like, "We're not changing anything. We're gonna do like literally that's like their stance. Like we're gonna keep everything the same because we're doing good." It's literally like
it's like Vince. They ran with Russo went to WCW. They had WWF had like the rest of the year written for television. Vince ran the wave, and that was it. Once that paper ran out, they didn't know where to go. I think that's what happened here. And we all saw it coming.
Companies get stuck in their ways, because it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you also have to adapt, to what's going on. And 10 years ago, they were saying nobody cares about playing old games, and now, now you see them going back and trying to add all.
Nobody cares about old games, but subscribe to our service that has old games.
Exactly. To get the classic catalog. Oh, but we're still updating it. Oh, but it's not really ready. Oh, but we still want you to pay money for the subscription. It's like,
yeah, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit, man. And like same thing with the whole what carries over. Why do I got to pay for Siphon Filter 3? Why do you got to pay again
when
for
you
Twisted
have a
Metal?
fucking brand new ride at
it.
Disney World? Okay, I think they're putting Harry Potter at Disney World or something. What are they putting at Disney World?
Oh man, well they got Harry Potter worlds at Universal, so maybe now
they're putting something at Disney. Just pretend they're putting something at Disney.
Avatar or something, probably something Avatar related. Yeah,
we have a new Avatar ride coming in 2024. But while we're constructing the ride, you can get on it right now.
You can test it for us.
Yes, it's not finished, but you can ride it.
Right,
who's gonna do that? You're gonna ride the ride when it's ready to go. When they open it up and it's ready to go.
You're going to pay money for a ticket for that when you're ready, when you know that it's ready. But they're trying to grab money from you and say, oh, well, you can upgrade now from your Plus with just a little bit extra money. But is it really going to be worth it in the long run? Obviously, I know they're adding more current PlayStation games on there, but there's stuff that I can't. I still can't get behind.
off.
Yeah.
And they take stuff
They're
away all the
literally
time.
taking their own games off their own service.
And they don't even have the ones
Imagine if
that they own
Microsoft said,
anyway.
"Yeah, we're going to pull Gears of War 5. We think too many people played it for free." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
And then they don't even put on what they do have, what they could put on, you know, as far as like games
They pulled
that haven't
fucking
even touched it.
Spider-Man 1 off their own service because they want to sell copies when Spider-Man 2 comes out. It's like, you dumb fucks.
Last of Us
If
Part
you
1
sell
should be on there
Spider-Man
too.
2, people that want to play Spider-Man 1, they're going to subscribe to the service.
Yep.
Then you're going to get $60? How much is the service?
Yeah,
120
isn't it like
for
I
1
think
year.
it's 100. I thought it was 160. Maybe I'm
Whatever.
eyeballing it.
You buy a year of the service and you could play Spider-Man 1. That's what they're not getting.
Yeah.
They'd rather sell you a $20 fucking game physically than be like, "Oh yeah, oops, we could just sell our service that has it on there."
that's because they're
That's
not
what it's all
forward thinking.
about. That's what this is all
Yeah.
about here.
They're thinking we could get the $10 today.
Imagine if a
whereas-
fucking artist on I don't know, Apple. I don't know what's a good artist and what's a good album.
Oh man.
Give me one.
Melancholy Infinite Sadness.
By
There you
who?
go. Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, so say Billy Corgan goes, "We're taking that album off fucking Amazon on Apple because I want to sell more copies of it for $10." It's like, you dumbass. You have it on Apple. You're gonna sell 100 million copies.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas you're gonna sell 5 copies at Best Buy. If anybody
Yeah,
still
no.
cares.
It's like you gotta actually put that shit out there. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's weird because I think we're in a time where there has to be, you know, I don't know, there has to be that competition that's there, and when you
Igor's ready to
have,
flip the switch.
yeah,
Go ahead.
no, that competition has to be there, and when you have like the stuff that's like, you know, that potential, like we said, like they have such ammunition at their disposal, so to speak, for what they could put up there, and it's just kind of like wasted potential, and it sucks because, like you said, it's called PlayStation, and it's like we spend money on this shit,
You
so
sit
that's
at your
why it's,
station and you play.
yeah, and it's like, why did it take this long to even get Twisted Metal? But then they don't even have half the shit that they have on their PS3 store in terms
Why
of
we only
like,
get
the
1 and
classic
2?
stuff.
Why don't we get 3 and 4? And
Yeah,
Small
why-
Brawl.
Where's RE2? Where's RE3?
You
Where's
just said,
Dino
you know what? To
Crisis?
celebrate the fucking show coming out this week, here's all the
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be playing all of them right now. And I know 3 and 4 were 989 Studios, but I don't see why that would be a problem.
3 was good. 4, I don't. 4 is diarrhea. It's
a lot of
diarrhea.
diehards hate 3 and 4, actually.
No, I know that, but I can. 3 was okay. I could deal with 3. 3 was stupid because it was just backwards.
I used to put 3 and 4 in my CD player. I forget how I figured out how I can do this. And I just listen to the songs.
You could put 2
You
in your
know.
CD player also.
Yeah.
Um,
Good memories. That's how I found out about Rob Zombie was through 4. Because 4 had Rob Zombie on the disc, and I
He
was
was
like,
in
what the
the
fuck's
game.
this? Yeah.
and his
Yeah,
ending
that's-
is stupid. It's just him playing the fucking concert.
Yeah, it is dumb.
And I'm just like, what? Why is this an ending? And they fucked
Yeah.
up. They give Calypso like a fucking fire tank. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This guy deserves
I
a
don't know
hot
what-
rod or something.
I don't know what that was.
Rob
Goodbye!
Zombie's wish was to become a good director.
Yeah.
Calypso, please make me a good director.
Twisted Metal 3 was a good game, but the endings were fucking shit.
Yeah, no, they were bad.
And Calypso had like plastic surgery in that game.
I remember playing for hours because I would just like not want to die because I was trying to get through, and I would
You
just
know
get
who was
so
a good
pissed off
character
with
in that game that they never brought back? Primeval.
Yes, Prime Evil was awesome.
And they brought back Darkseid as a boss.
Yeah. They're like Dark Side. Yeah, because it's the DC level, right? I
Yep.
think that's the 3rd level or 4th level. Yeah, really cool. And they brought back Minion on Twisted Metal Black, which is really cool. You have to unlock him at the end though, or you have to beat everybody to unlock Minion in Twisted
Minion's
Metal
a
Black.
boss in the fucking
First one.
Yeah, but he's a boss in the 3rd one too, I think.
Yeah, I think he's in there.
Because he says my old pal Minion, and I'm like, this guy killed you in the 2nd game.
Yeah, and he's just back now. Yeah, but those Twisted Metal 2 endings are the best. You can't beat that.
Yeah, 2 of the best.
It's
and
a
it
straight
sucks
up
they didn't-
comic book.
It sucks they didn't follow up with that with 3.
Yeah. And then Calypso and Twisted Metal Black just looks like bald-headed Kane.
He looks like Michael Chiklis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the show, it looks like Nev Campbell's Raven character is going to be like the Calypso character.
Yeah,
So
'cause
I don't
she
know if
offered
they're
him the
setting
wish.
up for her to be like Calypso or what.
Right. Well, because I
Or
mean, I
if he
wonder if we're
shows
going
up
to
at
see.
the end of the season or something.
Yeah, because Calypso's supposed to be in charge of the tournament, so it's like, how do you have a show without?
Well, the show's not
know.
about a tournament. The show's about, like Mad Max style. It's basically like the guy has to deliver like packages, but it might be like explosives and shit for the tournament. Like this might be setting up the season 2 that has the tournament.
I hope so. I
we
hope it's
don't
not
know
like the
yet.
Mortal Kombat movie where there's no Mortal Kombat in Mortal Kombat.
I didn't even
You
see
know.
that shit. I have it, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
I think you're right that it's setting up for
Because
To get-
she
it's
says
like
in the
before it
trailer,
starts.
what's your wish? And he says stupid things.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't do that.
Oh wow. Okay.
But he
I
asked
see. I
for
didn't see
toilet
it.
paper.
But she's
I didn't see
Raven
many
from
of the
Black,
trailers.
from Twisted Metal Black. Like that's her character.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's gonna end up being like related to Calypso or maybe a love interest or something to him. I don't know.
Yeah. How they're gonna connect?
I would
it,
assume
yeah.
he shows up at the end though, if he's not going to be in it,
Hope so. I mean,
and then we'll never find out because of the writer's strike, and they might cancel
Yeah.
the series.
that's true. It might just be a one and done.
Yeah, I hope not. I think it'll be good. Even if it's going to be different, I think it'll be good.
Yeah. No, I'll watch it. I mean, I grew up with Twisted Metal. I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll have an opinion on it. That's all.
And your boy
Is he-
Samoa Joe is Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
Are they gonna keep Yellow Jacket as Sweet Tooth's dad in this one?
He's not in it. We haven't seen who's really in it, but
We've only seen
the
Outlaw.
guy that directed Zombieland and Deadpool, I think, freaking
Yeah.
Okay.
did this TV show.
Who did we saw someone? Oh, I think Thumper was in the trailer, and definitely Outlaw, Sweet Tooth. And
I don't know if he's Thumper.
Well, it was like a pink like car, so but
yeah.
it could be. Yeah, I don't know. It might not be him. You might be right.
Well, the
But
main
we'll see
character is not Thumper. That's what I'm saying.
No. That's I don't know who
The
he's supposed to
Spectre?
be. Or
Who is he?
I don't know.
what was
Could
the
be
little
Spectre.
red one in the first one? The little red car.
Oh,
That was,
Roadkill.
Roadkill.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That's Sweet Tooth's brother. You didn't know that? Like all the characters are like related.
I know. I just saw the endings and I was like, I just played them.
Oh my god! I've never just now too. The guy wakes up in the hospital. Oh my god!
You know what's dumb though?
What?
If Spectre dies, how does he die? It makes no sense. Like he has no stakes in the game because he's dead.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
Spectre is Ken Masters. What are you talking about?
No, in Twisted Metal 1, he's like a ghost, and he's like, "Bring me back to life," and Calypso brings him back to life to go see his family. So if he's already dead, then how like
I don't know.
that's
I
like
like how
stupid.
scary. I like how scary Calypso looks in the first game.
Well,
He
there-
looks like a pizza face.
Well, the cut scenes are actually on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
They film live action cutscenes, but they cut them at the last second.
Ah, I gotta look those up.
So
He has
Anthony
a-
Mackie.
He has a scary voice too. Welcome. That's what he sounds
I think
like.
I've definitely seen those clips before too. That's awesome though.
I gotta look that
Jaffe
up.
broke them down on his YouTube channel once.
That's funny.
His wife is actually in one of those clips.
Oh wow.
So the main dude in the show, Anthony Mackie, plays a character just
Nick
called
Mackie?
John Doe.
Okay,
So his
so
name-
yeah,
He's just
got
a
no
John
name.
Doe. Yeah, he's just a no name.
You know what that means? He's secretly Calypso.
Yeah, yeah. He just turns heel on everyone.
Well, he's got to go through the windshield. That's how Calypso's scarred up. Because the story
Yeah.
is he was in a car accident and he flew through the windshield. That's why his face is all messed up.
His face turned into pizza.
Welcome.
In Twisted Metal 1, though, he's perfectly normal and he just has a perfectly cut out face. Like he nothing else got hurt on his body except for his
He
like
had plastic
perfect-
surgery in 3.
He could grant all these wishes, but he can't fix his face.
Well, he's like Freddy. Freddy can do whatever
Yeah.
he wants, but he's still fucked up.
Yep.
I don't know. What a great series. 4, I don't know what the fuck 4 was, though. That was some bullshit. I had to
I
create
liked
a
it when I
car
was a
for it
little
because
kid.
all the cars sucked.
I mean, it was
The lazy story.
good enough for me to go back and get the other ones,
Well, yeah, because, you know, it's the first one that you played. You want to check the other ones out.
Yeah.
1 and 2 will always be good. 2 will always be the best, but 1 was a good companion to 2. 3 was alright.
Yeah.
3 wasn't the greatest, but it was alright. 3 had some stuff in it that I think really kept the momentum going a little bit. Like I said, like Primeval, that's an awesome fucking car. That's an awesome character that they never expanded on ever again. And I think Head On was good. That's another one that
Head On was great.
Head On was like trying to it was retconning 3, and that was 3. You know what I mean? Like
It was trying to be like kind of like a successor to Black in a way.
Yeah, it was like
but...
Black mixed with 2, but it really was a retcon of 3. Like they considered Head On like a new 3.
I played the shit out of that on the PSP.
Yeah, me too. And they put it on PS2, and I was playing it the other day.
That's the only one I never really played Head On.
I think I need to get Head On PS2.
You
'cause I don't think
gotta
I have that.
I'll check and see if I have it, but you gotta get it.
I gotta check to see if I have. I actually might have it. I just don't know. I actually gotta make sure because
That game I bought at GameStop, right? It was like $16.99. They ring it out, and I stand right there and I look at the disc. It looked like somebody took their car keys and scratched the entire disc. And I was like, "Do you see this?" And the lady's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I want my money back." And she refunded me right there.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
Someone
was
ring it
horrible.
over
It
with
was like someone
twisted
took their
metal
keys
card.
and just scratched the whole disc up. Well, they sold me Mortal Kombat Deception on GameCube. It was one of those fucking gutted games. So I had to pay $40 full price. And it was opened. And it has like a fucking box cut on the disc. Like someone took a box cutter and just fucking slashed the disc. But shockingly, I beat the whole game and it runs fine. I think I still have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the disc out because I'm pissed off.
Nah, it's like if I took a box cutter and just went. Fucking hate GameStop. They always used to screw you. They screwed you too, right?
Constantly.
You go home and there's no disc in there. They did that with me with what? I think Sniper Elite or something. I bought it in Portchester when they were still in business. I was with Ludwin. I bought Sniper Elite on Xbox. I go home, it's not in the case. And I called them. I'm like, "Yo, I live over an hour away." And they're like, "Oh, we have the disc right here. We forgot to put it in."
You have one job.
Yeah, I remember there was a kid that.
Luckily,
worked at
my
the
mom was
GameStop
in the
that
area
did
and she
that.
picked it up. But
Yeah,
I drove all the way home.
I had an employee at the one near me do that when I was a kid. And I always used to open the games in the truck before we would get home. My dad would always say, "Why are you opening it so quickly?" Because, I'd want to get into it.
Right.
But I would do that and I would catch there would be no disc in there. And then we'd have to go back and I forget which games they were. Just, something on PS2. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, he always forgets to do that." I'm just like,
Yeah, well, he should
You
forget about his
fire him.
job then.
yeah. And I was a kid back then, so I was just like, whatever. But I remember after that, my dad, anytime that guy was there, he'd be like, "Make sure it's in there," because it'd be a used game, and he just wouldn't put it in there, obviously.
Make sure it's
But
in
yeah.
there.
Screwing us over since forever. So that's GameStop for you.
Excuse me. Shout out to Patreon for not telling me who's a member. I had to click on all these stupid settings.
Did you see that Asus finally
Asus.
oh not Asus finally acknowledged, they said under certain thermal stress the SD card slot might stop working. So it's
For the Ally.
yeah, so it's
Yeah, fuck
overheating.
that thing. The minute that you saw Asus's name on it, you knew it was fucking shit.
But that means they need to
all these
like,
stupid people buying it don't realize how crappy Asus is.
that
Like,
literally
Xbox put Game Pass in the box. Xbox made it. They didn't make it. They
They
sat
have
down with
to-
Asus and say, yo, how much to put 3 months of Game Pass in the box? Asus goes $100 million, and they go, okay, great.
pretty much. But they should they this might end up in like
By
a
the way,
recall.
so the Intel Nook was discontinued.
Yeah.
However, speaking of Asus, our friends over there, have decided to pick up the slack, and they will be creating the new Intel Nooks with partnership with Intel.
Oh, great.
So if you got an Intel Nook, it's
Hang
going to
on
be worth some fucking money because Asus is going to take over and
Wait
ruin
till
that
your
shit.
computer stops working under thermal stress.
The worst people imaginable bought that.
But I think they're
maybe
gonna
MSI might be worse. I don't know.
they're gonna have to do a revision, obviously. But I wonder if they're
I don't know.
gonna
If you bought that thing, you
recall
got
these.
robbed. I'm sorry. Okay.
Literally, you did because it.
I hope you
The
bought the
thing-
warranty on it. If I were you, make some shit up and claim it and return that thing. Get your money back.
I'd return it because literally
wait
it
for
could fail on
something
you
better.
at any time.
Dell is supposed to release the UFO at some point. I'm waiting.
Yeah, just
Alienware
wait.
UFO.
And you know Steam's gonna make another one. There's gonna be
Yeah.
plenty.
So I want to thank our Patreons here. I know we still have some news left, but I want to just do this to get this out of the way because it's late. I want to thank our Patreon sponsors here. JB Zombie 89. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't heard from half these people here. JB Zombie 89, Abo, Hockey Fan, and Captain Catch. I wonder how he's doing too. Captain Catch and JB Zombie 89. Thank you guys, and hopefully we hear from you at some
Thank
point.
you,
I haven't heard
guys.
from you guys in a while. Hope you're doing good. And then let me pull up our members here on YouTube. If I remember how to do this.
Remember
I don't know
the
why they
number.
just don't have a button that just says
Remember
members.
the earn button.
All right, see your members. I want to thank our members of the Game Complainers podcast on YouTube. Quinn Grimm, Abo, RWK88, DJ, Wesson, Cam May, Grayson, Stevie Mack, Carlos Cruz, Richard, David R, It's VB, Jin, Hockey Fan, Nick Noguera, and Liquor Sandwich. Thank you for being members of the Game Complainers podcast over on YouTube.
Thank you guys.
Shout out to Nick Noguera because he gifted a lot of these memberships.
Yeah.
So thank you
During
again.
the 500 show, yeah.
So I want to thank, we'll talk about the last bit of news, but check out Dreadpool's channel. Check out Back from the Dead's channel. Check out Anthony's channel. Let's Talk Resident Evil. Check out Jesus' channel, M3 TV on YouTube. If you want to talk about wrestling. Check out Fred's channel, Real Bobo Ghost. And I will get your lines out to you, Fred. Don't worry, buddy. Who else's channel? I want to thank RWK88 for the $1.99 super chat tonight.
Thank you.
All right. So now, what's the last bit of news that we have? I know we still have stuff.
Let me see. We covered this. Oh, the specs for Ratchet and Clank PC came out, and you don't need an SSD, as
Oh,
we
shit.
predicted.
Yeah, I had
So-
to update. I had to update, and I saw when you update your drivers and it shows what's coming out, and I saw Ratchet and Clank. I was just making a joke to myself, like, oh man, here we go.
Well, because people were ready to call them out on it with like SD cards and stuff,
yeah,
Yeah.
and they were like, let's just put it out there. We don't care. Now people aren't going to do all the tests.
Yeah,
You know-
which we knew.
It's funny though. Starfield on PC requires an SSD.
I'm sure.
It says I read the specs.
Yeah.
The game is like massive.
Yeah. With how quick you gotta, maneuver to each planet and shit like that,
Well, I'll be doing a Starfield build. I'm gonna try to save some money up. Buy parts a little bit at a time. I already got the card. I already got the 4 terabyte SSD.
Nice. That's massive.
I just gotta pick up the RAM. Hopefully, if it goes on sale again, I'll pick up DDR5. If not, I'll pick up DDR4. And I got the case. I just gotta get a couple of things.
Not bad.
Board the processor, and we'll do that. Gotta get over to Micro Center. This guy Anthony's gotta film it. Or Frank could film us going to Micro Center and pick up his parts.
Depending on when, yeah. Can do it. If you do it soon.
Yeah, man, it might just be me and you, Anthony. This guy might not be
Yeah.
able to make it.
Yeah, I know.
Be watching
know.
from the sidelines.
That's okay. Frank won't be there for the smelly guy to give us his stupid stickers.
No, you guys will just have to fill me in on all the wacky
I can't
things.
believe that
happening.
guy, man. I still can't believe that.
That was the worst.
That guy's breath smelled like he ate a fucking shit sandwich.
Were we building my first computer or the green computer, right?
I don't know, but this guy was stalking us and putting stickers on it. We pulled the stickers off.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Did anybody help you today?" And we were like, "No."
They helped me to plug my nose up.
You don't understand. We went in the aisles just to look for, like, I think I was looking for a power strip just to see how much they were. And the guy walks through the aisle and goes, he sees us and stops.
Like a predator. The second we put something in the cart, he wanted to put his sticker on it.
We had stuff in the car. He comes over and just puts his stickers on it. I was like, rip those stickers off.
He didn't help us. He
He
just
didn't.
randomly saw us and stole the opportunity.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And his breath smelled like he ate shit.
He smelled so bad. Ugh.
Get a Tic Tac, bro.
Anthony, you're gonna have to smell him for me.
Oh man,
If
hopefully
that guy's
not.
still there.
Yeah, if he's still there.
Smelly guy.
Ugh.
Should bring
I'm
Jeff
also,
with us. What?
I know I was gonna say, yeah, no, I'm also, yeah, just trying to, get ready for that. Like I said, I'll hopefully try to piece everything together, and
Yeah, before October and November.
yeah, that's the plan. So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing this summer, and yeah,
You just gotta have a
moving.
PC build stream. And be like, hey guys, I want to get this computer built.
help me.
I mean, yeah. Without saying it, yeah. You should do that. I'm sure that it'll work. And then we can get this thing done.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just already gradually happening in terms of like the streams that I've been doing, but yeah, I mean people know the situation I'm in, so just trying to do what I can.
Thanks for the shout out. Just put up Destiny 2 short. Nice. Back from the dead.
Nice.
Power of the fucking heart is blocking what Richard said.
SSD.
Power of the SSD. The power
The
of the
magic
SD.
Microsoft Sam.
Well, Mark Cerny's a fucking liar.
Yep.
Not only does he
Confirmed.
look like a fucking goof, he is a goof.
But they spited themselves because they could have put that on PS4 and sold
How
all
is
those
it that
copies.
these motherfuckers keep lying and everyone's cool with it? I never understand this stuff. Everyone
Just
defends
blatantly
them.
lie.
They didn't lie. They did lie. They told you that Ratchet and Clank was only possible on the PlayStation 5 because of the SSD. Which we knew was all bullshit.
We knew.
The SSD they use in that thing is like 5 years old. It's not even like newer tech.
Yep. We knew it. We called it long ago, and then here we are now.
So I'm looking to build a Starfield PC. I'm going to do i9. And I got the 4070 that's going to go on that thing. So
Nice.
just to give you a heads up, the Threadripper's giving me blue screens again.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Shout out to AMD for making shitty computers. That's right, you heard me. I'm getting
After all that.
random blue screens. My hard drives are disappearing.
Never again with that.
No way. No fucking way. AMD.
I think
Let me tell you something. Anybody wants this that's an AMD fan, I'll take $3,000 for it. You can have it. So this computer now is not gonna. I'm not gonna stream games on it. When I build the Starfield PC, that's gonna be the new streamer for games
nice.
because this is unreliable.
That's what I was gonna say. Are you gonna phase that one out?
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I need it because I need to for
encoding.
Handbrake. But this thing is gigantic. This case.
Yeah.
So I have to figure out where I'm gonna put it. But I mean, it does its job when I convert the movies that I need. That's why I bought it. Number one. But I can't even use it as a daily driver. It's just, or even like a part-time driver. It just doesn't work. It keeps giving me blue screens out of nowhere. It was fine. A Windows update hit and forget it. I'll take your word on AMF bowling.
AMF. Yeah, I think we're all gonna stay away from AMD just based on what happened to you, and my experiences too with it have been bad. So
Your heatsink fell off.
it literally just was like I'm using the computer and it just shuts off. I'm like, what happened? Just went.
So wait a minute. What computer was like? What AMD was this?
Okay, so this was
Athlon?
like 2000.
I heard the
2000
Athlon was like the best AMD they ever made.
Like it was like 2011 or 12, and it was the first computer I built. It was just like a budget thing because I wanted to play like Minecraft, and it was fine for a long time, and then all of a sudden, it just fell off. And so what I did was I fixed it or whatever, but I still didn't trust it, so I put the tower on its side so that gravity would hold it down until we could build a new computer. And it worked until we built the green one. So, but man, what a piece of crap. The green computer is still perfectly fine from 7 years ago or whatever, so. With Intel.
I mean, this computer, I had to wait for a BIOS update, August 2020. Okay. Just for the computer to be usable.
That's
That's
after
the
all the
only
money you
BIOS
paid.
update that was up there. Dell put it up there, and that was it. They were like, this update fixes everything, and we're out. Peace. Right? And everything was fine after that update. And then the stuff started happening when it was my daily driver. And I was like, I can't trust it. So then, I keep doing Windows updates and everything. Everything's good. And since I have not been using it as a daily driver, it's been fine. But the last few times I've been using it, I'm getting blue screens again.
That's
And
ridiculous.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. I built all the Intels I own. I never have an issue.
Yeah, that should be what you expect,
Right, and I'm not saying that I don't care about Intel's better than AMD. I don't care about that shit. I'm telling you guys based off my experience. I haven't had an issue.
Yeah.
So I am. Now I hear the new AMDs are good, but I don't trust them. I'm not spending that type of money to find out if I'm gonna get fucked again. Now, if Intel starts doing shit and I get fucked, then yeah, I'll check out AMD again. But so far, so good. I haven't had an issue. So I take AMD in its little spurts because I know the consoles are AMD. And they work fine. So we'll see. But again, I'm not shitting on AMD. If you guys like AMD in the chat, great. If it works for you, great. I'm just telling you the bad experience I've had with this Threadripper. So, and I know Trainwreck has also had bad experiences with AMD. It's VB. I know that because he messages me all the time that it's that just sucks.
For someone like me who just really, I use the other computer, but I just really have one main computer, I'd rather just spend the money and not worry about it. That's it. It's just like whatever. I don't have 100 computers I could just switch out. It's like this one has to be reliable.
Right.
So
I would actually like to build one day an AMD, because you could basically off the chip. You don't even need a graphics card. Run all the emulators off an AMD chip because of the APU.
yeah.
I'd like to try that one day, but that's still going to cost a couple $100.
For like a little small computer, that'd be fine, because then you don't have to worry
Well,
about it.
that's what I would like to try.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not shitting on AMD to shit on them. I've had a bad experience. But again, I buy the consoles, they have AMD. A lot of the portable stuff has AMD. So, I'm just not going to go out and build another fucking Threadripper based on my experiences with this one.
And if you really think about it, the cost is kind of negligible. Like, they're kind of similarly priced. And it's a little cheaper for AMD, but...
AMD used to be a lot cheaper. Now they're just like you said, just a little bit cheaper. They're pretty much neck and neck. But they have to raise the price because Intel keeps raising the price. They have to raise their price. They have to compete.
Yeah.
You know, they can't lose their ass on these chips. So, any other news that you got?
I think we covered everything. The only other little thing was, which we knew anyway, they're either remastering or remaking Last of Us 2 for PS5, which we knew.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. The composer accidentally spilled the beans, but it's nothing we didn't
Accidentally?
know.
He pretty much told you that it was happening.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm working on that.
So
I shouldn't say anything, but I did.
Get ready to buy that again for $70.
It's going to be 70.
Yep.
Anthony, are you going to go out and buy it?
Nope.
Why not? Why not?
Buy it now.
Aren't you a fan?
Not a true fan, apparently, if I don't spend the money, so.
Why not?
Only a true fan.
Only
Full price.
What?
So you want to pay $70 and then be disappointed again?
Yeah.
Bong bong. Bong bong.
Oh my god.
What?
That's funny.
What, the Crash song?
Yeah. Ooba-da-ga.
Ooba-da-ga, ooba-da-ga, ooba-da-ga.
Ooba-da-ga. The first one was so cool. I don't know what happened. The second one was good too.
I love that game.
I remember I bought the second one in White Plains at the Galleria. White Plains Galleria.
2 is Wrath of Cortex, right? Is that 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because 3's Warped.
That's my favorite. Oh no, Warped is my favorite, I think.
Warped is great. Warped had the plane, the bicycle.
2 was good. I beat 2. I beat 1 and 2.
Yeah, 2's great.
I think I played 2 the most, but 3 is
3 came out like when I was like an adult on N64 or some shit.
It came out in 98.
Yeah, I was doing other things in 98.
I was like 7 or 8, just playing Crash, having a great time.
Yeah. I was definitely playing Crash. All the time.
Ooba-da-ga.
Ooba-da-ga, ooba-da-ga.
Beep, 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 beep.
I love that too. Bob on Battlefield. That's such a great level.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, man.
Stupid games.
Those are the best.
Why isn't Crash on the fucking service, man?
Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Anthony, why the fuck does he say that at the end of the game? When you fight Neo Cortex, alright, you're on the blimp. When the level starts, he flies over and goes, oh, Crash Bandicoot.
He's really excited.
He like grunts.
Everyone's angry in that game.
I gotta get that on the soundboard.
That's why those OG games got to be accessible, just because, like, why not? They got the first 3. I think they literally have 3 CTR and Crash Bash, I think, on PS3. I don't know. I might be wrong about Crash Bash, but
They got Crash Bashes on. Okay. I was gonna say it's on PS1, but yeah.
that would have been cool if they remade that too. But
Didn't they just remake it, or is it
They
Crash
made,
Rumble?
like,
they have
a
the
bootleg
they got the
version.
Rumble. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought that's what it was, but that CTR remake was probably one of the best things.
Yeah,
they
and
did.
hopefully it gets frame boosted once they get it.
It needs
Oh,
desperately
If
needs
that
a
gets frame
boost.
boosted, I'll be all over
I
that.
love
We'll be
that
on that.
remake.
Yeah.
We stopped playing it because it ran like shit. Maybe they'll make
Like,
that Crash Collection on fucking PC and Xbox.
Yeah, even the new maps they put in that are awesome. They
Did-
put all the old ones and they put new ones.
Just think though, they're gonna
For
put all the Xbox Crash Bandicoot games on there.
Yeah, and
like
you could
the
do
OG
Crash.
ones.
Yeah, and you could do like Crash Racing Spyro and shit. Like they added all that stuff. It's like really cool. It's just the way it should be, you know. Just have it all there, and I enjoyed that more than the trilogy, Insane Trilogy, because I just I don't know, something about CTR. I really enjoyed it. It made me replay it. I was getting more frustrated with the Insane Trilogy for a little bit, and I never really went back.
The frame rate killed that game. And people
Yeah.
are like, that game was always hard. Like, no, it fucking wasn't.
It wasn't
I
like
played
that.
the
No,
original
it wasn't.
games.
Yeah.
They were a pain in the ass, but they weren't that crazy. So guess what? When I played the PC version of Insane Trilogy on PlayStation, I couldn't even get through the first fucking level. Okay? On PC at 1080-60, I was running through the whole game.
It's not even like it's not even one of those things where, like, I think a lot of people can chalk it up to skill or they could chalk it up to whatever, but
It's just fucking stupid because people are telling them, hey, the game was never this hard. No, it was always this hard. No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was not.
No, it wasn't.
there was a lot of cheap moments in the original Crash. I will
There
will
were,
say
yeah.
that. But yeah, it was not like that.
Yeah, no. And they're fucking saying, oh, it's muscle memory. Shut the fuck up.
Well, the shadow and when he lands is different. It's a different
Yeah, it's a
limit
pill-shaped
between-
and it sucks.
yeah.
But if you
The
play
level-
at 60 FPS, you're running right through everything. Like, that's it. You're
Yeah.
good.
The level where you
But
ride
at 30,
the
you're
horse
missing
should be
everything. You're
outlawed.
missing jumps.
Oh, yeah.
You're going through shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, that's why I see,
And people
PTR
are
needs to
saying, like,
be-
that's the way the game always was. It's like, no, it wasn't.
No,
No.
it was not.
It
and
was never
CTR
like
needs
that.
to be on PC too, just so we can at least get it on 60. If it's not going to get a
They
60,
will.
you know.
They'll port all that stuff. I guarantee you. And all that stuff's going to go into Steam. I mean, a lot of the stuff is in Steam, but like the newer
Yeah.
stuff that they make, that'll be in Steam day one. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to kill PlayStation. They're going to kill them. They need to have Crash outside the PlayStation headquarters, fucking shitting on them.
In the mascot suit.
Yep. In the suit and everything.
Yep. Have him call out Jimbo.
Jimbo.
That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, I'm just checking Wario. He just posted Resident Evil 4 Remake has sold over 5 million units.
Oh, nice.
Great.
There you go.
So we're getting a sequel.
Yeah.
That totally means we're getting Code Veronica.
Code Veronica.
So Anthony, there's this rumor that RE5 is. I'm sorry. Resident Evil 9 is 2025.
Yeah, it's from that same douchebag who always leaks shit. That's wrong.
Okay, so that's fake.
Yeah, I take it with a grain of salt. I mean, he gets some stuff right, but some stuff he gets completely wrong
I think
when
it's
people.
I think it's coming next year. I don't
The
think
thing
it's
is-
coming 2025.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is that when he says stuff like that, it's stuff that like me and you have already said in podcasts already,
Right.
because we kind of know like how these companies work. Like him saying that is nothing new to our ears, but like you said, like they can even bring it out sooner than that. I mean, I don't know.
I think RE9 is 2024. And I think RE5 Remake is 2026, 2025, whatever.
Yeah, it's like
For
they
the 30th.
keep.
They got to do something for the 30th anniversary.
They have to, man. They have to.
Either give us RE10 or RE5
I mean-
Remake or something.
It's your biggest selling IP. You know, like they gotta do something. You know, with that big 30.
Remake the original again. I don't even give a shit. I'll take it. I'll take anything. Anything but Code Veronica. No Code Veronica.
You wouldn't play it if they put it out?
I would, but I don't want it next. All these stupid idiots. Code Veronica, because they want to feel like they did something. Because I guarantee after they get Code Veronica, this game sucks, man. Yeah, fuck that. We want Resident Evil. What's that one with Paul Walker?
What?
What?
We want Resident Evil Gun Survivor.
With Paul Walker.
There's a bootleg Paul Walker. It's on PS2 with the guns.
Oh, you're talking
Gun
about
Survivor, right?
Dead Aim, yeah.
Dead Aim. We want Resident Evil Dead Aim remake.
People actually want that. People actually want that. It's Dead Aim wasn't the worst game I've
Resident
ever
Evil
played.
remake Code Veronica was too politically correct, so the game sucks. We want Resident Evil Dead Aim remake.
So stupid.
You know that's gonna happen, man. People are gonna get it and they're gonna shit on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Politically correct? Who gives a shit? It's a fucking game. Stick it up your ass.
it's rated M, so it is what it is.
Rated M for mommy. I don't like the game.
Oh shit.
Oh man, that's a stupid joke, but it was funny.
Yeah,
God
there
damn
ain't
it.
nothing else.
What?
There ain't nothing else. Until the second we hit end, and then
I'm
Well,
sure
the
there's other
news-
stuff that you're just not picking up.
nothing recently.
Let me check.
If this screen would let me.
Check my
Ads?
screenshots that I've been sending you guys.
Yeah, that's where I every time you send something, if it's like newsworthy, I put it in the notes.
I really like
That's where I
that
get a lot
Bob's
of
Burgers lady.
She looks exactly like her.
The Samoa Joe potato chip.
Oh yeah, samosa. Oh, yeah.
Fucking Dead Aim.
Deadass. Resident Evil Deadass. Okay, let me see. Let me see what I have ordered. Oh, I got Gengar. I forgot to tell you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The big one or the little
The
one?
big one. I don't buy the
Wow.
little ones.
Ah,
Trying to see if there's anything crazy here. Oh, they're releasing Carlito's Way on 4K.
oh. Didn't we just weren't we just talking about that?
Yeah,
Like
we're
that's
making
so
fun of
weird.
it.
How do we keep manifesting
September
stuff?
27th. They're putting all these movies out. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, apparently Nintendo's releasing Metroid Prime 2 this year,
Right.
and they're doing something Zelda related that's not Breath of the Wild 2 or.
Oh, I
Tears of the
keep
Kingdom.
hearing this. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Is it gonna be
Interesting.
I hope
the
it's
combo?
Twilight. I
Yeah,
hope so.
I mean, why not? Just do it.
Those spikes are altering my
Nostalgia.
nostalgia. Game Boy. This is Sega Genesis.
Those Game Boy days. Oh.
Oh. This
Well,
predates
This
that.
is the Sonic Origins collection, which is on every console right now.
Definitely
they made,
has the. There's
They
I
made
was gonna
this
say how many collections they do. Sorry.
100, but they made this game a little bit harder. They added stuff in here.
Yeah, because I know they've done a lot of releases over the years with all those games.
Well, it's nice. They made them in widescreen, and they.
I was
added
gonna
more
say this looks
characters.
clean. Like the footage looks clean.
Yeah, it's good.
Really nice.
I was totally dumb and forgot to record the Twisted Metal gameplay. I was gonna use that.
That's all
but-
good. You got all week to do it, you know.
Yeah, we'll see. I still gotta record Fred's lines. Playing Zordon in his Power Ranger deal. And Billy.
Nice.
I gotta get my Zordon and Billy voices. Trying to see if there's anything else I got here.
Yeah, I was looking too. The second that we get off of here, something's gonna happen, like always. Although lately we've been catching the news right in time, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We've been
I'm pretty
getting it
lucky
before
with
the
that.
show. Yeah.
How do you like your statue?
Oh, it's right over here on the shelf. I got it right.
You know, I forgot to show you guys the sign again.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
I'm trying to show you the sign 3 times already. Hang on. Let me take my headphones out. Well, where's my black controller? It's probably somewhere over here. Well, I would say this. Since the old Call of Duties are up right now, if you have the Series S or Series X or Xbox One, this works on everything. You can play it like you're playing on 360.
Yeah.
With the Xenon Hyperkin controller.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Did the other ones come out yet? They're making like other
Black
colors.
and the pink one.
I got the black and the no, they're making blue and
like Galaxy or
Galaxy
whatever.
blue and the other it's like a blackout black. Like all the buttons are black.
Yeah. I don't even see it on there.
I have pink, white, and black over here.
Okay, so they come out on the 25th, or the Galaxy one comes out Twilight Galaxy.
Oh, okay. Oh
And
yeah, I
we'll
see
be-
them here now.
But if you order it now, it's
If you order it now, you won't get it till next year.
you won't get it. Yeah.
It sucks because I just got the other one.
So
No,
I
these
had
two-
about a month ago, 2 months ago, they had the Zelda Pro controllers for pre-order on Amazon. It was supposed to ship. I got an email from Amazon saying, "Yeah, we don't have it. Fuck you. We cancel it."
What?
Yep. Good thing I didn't get rid of the ones that I have.
Yeah.
I gotta pay for those remotes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Totally forgot about that.
Minus
Been
your
so-
food out off of there, and then
Yeah,
let me
I've been
know.
so busy. If I forgot.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
I'll-
need money too, so let me know.
Yeah.
Send it over. We got N64 remotes thanks to this guy for the shop.
Yeah, they went up and those worked out.
You know they sell an adapter where you can use those on an N64.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's crazy, but the adapter is like $40, and it's
Ah.
only for one slot.
By the time you buy the controller and that, you're in for.
Well, if you need 4 players, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Cosmic Knight is the other one
Fuck
that's
that
coming
one.
out.
The blackout one looks better.
Oh no,
Cosmic
yeah,
Knight.
the blackout one's the classic Elite
Yeah, it looks
Xbox
nice.
Elite color.
Make regular blue.
I know, right? What the hell?
They had a regular blue controller.
Yeah, I remember.
They had pink and blue, and they were like limited. They were out for like fucking 5 months. If even.
The only thing that, and I don't know if you notice this with these controllers too, like it feels great, but the only thing you notice if you take a 360 controller, the triggers aren't as springy.
Right.
Like on these new ones, they like it just doesn't have that like that pullback.
you gotta break
like
'em in.
the original. That's true, but it just doesn't feel like. I guess it is hard to compare because it's like a brand new controller versus something that I've had that's like
Yeah, it's
more
like
worn in.
the original Nintendo D-pads. When the classic came out, they're like, "Oh, the D-pad is too tight." It's like, no, because you've been playing with fucking loose D-pads for 30 years.
Yeah.
This is how they used to be. When you break in the remote, then you're like, "Oh shit, it's the same remote."
I wonder how it would feel if you got a 360 controller out, fresh out of the box and compare. That would be like the ultimate, test.
Well, you can spend
Oh,
$500 and let us
eBay.
know.
I'll
me see how
I'll
much
get
I
one
get.
right now. No.
You know, I have one. I have the chrome purple. I never opened.
Oh wow, nice.
And I
How
have,
do you even find one?
and I do have the transformable D-pad controller sealed as well.
I see one here for $110 sealed.
Damn, man, that's how much they go for now. Shit.
$110. I like how he takes a picture of the battery still in there too. They didn't explode, but they probably expired like years ago.
Oh, I see. Is it the white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it here.
I mean, I understand he has to show it because it's part of the package. It's like a little spot on the bottom, but yeah.
Oh, somebody has the Halo one for
Mason.
$129.
Mason.
Mason, son of a bitch.
My
Mason.
internet's just not working.
I sold my Gears of War 3 controller because it was sealed. I see it here for $135. It's being sold for. I sold it for $170, $180 back in 2013, and that went towards my computer because Perry's like, sell a bunch of shit you don't need, and I put that up there. And
You made a lot of money. You sold a power washer too.
power washer. I sold the Gears 3 controller.
His dad got a power washer for Christmas, never used it, so he sold it. He took
Anthony,
it out of
where's
the
my power
closet and sold it.
That's awesome. I was looking for it. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to it.
I haven't seen it. Ask
Yeah.
Nick.
Ask Nick. Yeah. I think I saw Nick listing it online.
It's solely blame him for
I
it.
saw him go to the post office with a big ass box. Oh man. That was fun. I don't even remember how I shipped that fucking thing, to be honest. I mean, I probably just shipped it in the box, but forget.
Hey
You
man,
know-
if we're using it, why not?
I ordered a bed off like a kid's bed off of Amazon, and we put the whole thing together, and one of the pieces is screwed up.
No.
So I had to do replacement. They're gonna send me a whole nother bed. I'm gonna open it, take the piece out, put the broken piece in there, and send it right back. Just for one piece of this stupid bed. I was like literally gonna.
Well, they sent me
explode it.
that thing that I was gonna put the printer on it, the little cabinet, and
Yeah,
the holes were drilled in backwards.
yeah. All this stuff is. That's
and I'm
how this
sitting
thing
there, and I'm
was.
like, "There's something wrong, man. Like, this isn't lining up." And then I had her come in here. I was like, What's going on here? This shit doesn't." And she's like, "Yeah, the holes aren't lined up properly. They drilled the holes in backwards.
That's what they did on the piece. This one piece of the bed.
They get
the
all
same
this
thing,
shit
they
from
drilled it
China.
wrong.
They don't even fucking know what the hell they're doing."
Nope.
I had to put that shit all in a box and leave it outside for the guy to come, the UPS guy, to come take it.
It's such a pain, man.
Pain in the ass.
Like how Wario's tweeting out Mason figures.
Mason?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Black
he keeps
Ops.
tweeting the.
Yeah, there was a Mason figurine you could get, and then there was like a
Mason.
ghost thing.
Is he looking at our podcast?
Yes,
We're
he
making fun of
watched it.
Mason all night.
Yeah.
It's because he knows Call of Duty's hot again.
Yeah,
well, the old
exactly.
ones are, not the new one, but
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
yeah, Black Ops 1 and
People
2
are
are
like,
so.
"Oh, they're playing more than Halo." Yeah, that's right, because they were good games. That's when they actually made a game, stamped it on a disc, and it was good to go.
Did you know, by the way, because after we played, I was like, let me figure out how to do this for the other games. Only Black Ops 1 and 2 have bots.
Okay.
On Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and the other one, you can't play with bots. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yeah, some of them don't have
It's
bots.
so dumb. It's like, man, that was such a good feature.
Yeah.
Oh, my Serpico is arriving today.
Nice.
The 4K. They bit the bullet on and bought. I never saw it, so. Oh, they're giving you a tote bag if you pre-order Pikmin 4 at Best Buy.
Yeah. I want the merch, but I don't want the game.
Yeah, that's, my wife pre-ordered it at Walmart and Best Buy just for the stupid merch.
If they made a
Preparing for pickup tomorrow. See, I didn't order that. She did.
if they made a toy of that dog, I would buy it immediately. But they don't have them yet.
There's nothing here. On deal of the day.
Oh, I didn't even look.
The Dyson and
Well, we got to
Stupid
plan a
hard drive.
date for August because we got to do the outside thing.
Yeah, if it's a Wednesday, I could pretty much do whenever. So
Wednesday?
I know the 2 weeks, or at least like there's 2 weeks in August where I'll probably be in California with my parents.
Yeah, just
So,
let me know when you're not in California, and we'll set it up.
yeah.
like you want to do a podcast outside, right?
I would
Well,
say if
we
anything
gotta-
for me,
We
it
gotta
might
do
be.
we gotta do a
Go ahead.
final get together for the summer.
Oh, like actually hang out.
Yeah, we don't. It doesn't need to be a podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could figure something out. Just keep
Yeah,
me
because
posted. I'll try to.
yeah, because I feel like either
We'll do
'Cause
the
I feel like I'd
weekend
be,
thing one more time and wrap it up. And then when he's ready to build a computer, you could come over here whenever the hell he's ready. We'll go get the stuff.
right.
But yeah, we got to wrap it up for the summer. Get everybody over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do much this year. We did a couple of times, but we didn't have any really big events.
No.
So we got to get that wrapped up. This summer flew by and it sucked because it's 100 fucking degrees every day.
It's
And then
raining.
it's
It's
fucking raining,
hot.
downpouring on everything. It sucks.
That's all June and July was, just like random rain and then hot ass weather in between.
Yeah.
And Raiden.
And the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, to add insult to injury on top of that. Like,
Modern Warfare 3 was a horde mode with bots, but not team deathmatch with bots. You know, Modern
okay.
Warfare 3 on PC, I don't know if they added controller support down the line, but it originally it did not have controller support.
so bad.
That's ridiculous.
You needed to use mouse and keyboard. I think they added it though. I'm not sure. I'll check
They might
my
have.
They
Steam
must
account.
have.
But I bought it and I was like, what the fuck, man? I can't even play this game. I used mouse and keyboard for like Doom and Wolfenstein back in the day. And that's when the arrow keys were the fucking back and forward.
It wasn't
Now
even
it's like-
WASD.
Yeah, WASD was like has taken over now. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna run because it's late. These guys have to go do stuff. I got to do the garbage.
The
So,
garbage.
Yeah, I got garbage in the morning. They come pick it up.
Yep.
I gotta collect
Mine
it.
comes tomorrow too.
Yeah, and it fucking sucks here. They do it once a week.
Yeah,
Right,
That's
you
how it
still-
is over here too.
Where I used to live, it was like 3 times a week.
Oh, I wish.
bulk, it has to be the last Thursday of the month. If you have bulk, it's so stupid.
Well,
My-
for boxes,
stupid.
it's every other Thursday. So
For us, it's like the boxes have to just go into the recycling. They'll take it every time, but it needs to just go into the
yeah,
recycling.
the recycle thing comes every other Thursday with the garbage. That's
Yeah.
why it's good to have the shop because at the shop every Monday night is boxes. It
Yeah,
doesn't
so
matter
you know
who it
when
is.
you can. Yeah, you can just bring it all
And
out.
if I ever miss garbage here, I could bring it to the store on Friday,
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Monday and Friday. Friday's not recycles at the shop; it's just Monday.
right.
So I can play my cards right. Because sometimes I do oversleep and I miss the garbage, but then I just throw it in the car and I bring it to the shop on Friday.
Yeah.
But they're fucking dumb. Oh, we will take this on a certain day.
It's like, all right, I pay the
Take my
taxes.
Just
garbage.
cut the box up and throw it in the fucking garbage bag. Fuck these
Yeah.
stupid people.
What am I paying these taxes for? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Nothing else, right? That's it? No Wario?
Nope.
I'll check Twitter one last time here.
Check them.
Clueless premiered in theaters 20 years ago today. Or yesterday.
Jeez.
July 19th, 1995. Another great movie from 95. Gundam Evolution shutting down November 29th.
Oh my God, no!
Oh no.
How will we ever play games again?
See, they're shutting servers down.
Again,
Yeah.
I like how everyone thinks Microsoft's gonna take everything away. And it's freaking This is breaking news. 32 minutes ago. How did you miss this?
What is it?
Yeah, wait till I show you. How did you miss this?
Was it a Wario?
Check Messenger.
Oh.
How did you miss that?
Hold on. It's loading.
Shit. Damn.
Oh.
Oh,
How'd you
Island
miss
Rise
that?
of Kong.
Oh, no
New
way.
King Kong game leaked by Amazon Spain.
No way. I'm so excited. This is like a dream come true.
That cover art's awesome.
This is so
I
cool.
thought that was a DVD at first.
Wait, I thought it was
So can you explain to the audience what the hell
they're
I'm saying?
making like a Netflix show. But wait, this is so cool. It says a new King Kong game has been leaked by Amazon Spain. Announcement of Skull Island Rise of Kong by Game Mill Entertainment.
The Garfield
What is
people.
Wait, what else do they make?
The Garfield games.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
Game Mill makes the Nickelodeon games.
Yeah, and they made G.I. Joe Operation
Yeah.
Blackout.
So
Oh, I've
chances-
been waiting for
There's
this.
a chance this game might suck.
Yeah, it probably will, but
Yeah.
hey, at least it's like something's happening with it.
Still need to see Clueless. What are you waiting for?
I can't believe they're making a
cover looks
Kong
great.
game.
I hope it's good.
I love this franchise. That's amazing. I can't believe I missed that. Thank you for showing me that.
We got it on the air.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Well, if you could see us, hang on. Here we go. We're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank you all for watching.
Thank you guys.
Is it one of the great 90 movies? Yes. Richard, I'll tell you this, and everybody on this panel will agree, and I think Anthony might have to look it up. 1995 was the greatest year of movies.
It was a good year.
Pretty much
Totally.
every movie released in 1995 is a cult classic film, which is very strange, but a lot
And
of
back
great.
then, they were just movies. Like you didn't even think that it was going to be a classic then. Now it's like you look back, you're like, man, that was the year. You know.
The
If
Idiot
you go
in
to
the
the
Cupboard
list-
was released too in 95.
The Idiot. Go when you get a chance, just Google it, and you'll see banger after banger with these. Like, there's so many with 1995.
Just type in movies of 1995, and they're all
Yeah.
classics now.
There's just tons.
We had some great media back then, man. Movies, music, everything was on top of the world.
Yep.
All right, we're going to run. Everyone take care. Stay safe.
Hey, guys.
Have a good one. Check out those channels I told you earlier. Shout out to the Patreon and the members of YouTube. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Where did they go? Come on. They're going to leave me alone? Listen, I'm going to catch you. All right, I'm going to run. Maybe I'll be back, maybe not. I don't know. So, take care. Stay safe.